Hello everyone, welcome to the Battlesnake Full League Platinum quarterfinals, and welcome to our friends over at Signal and Signal TV. We are so excited to be here. My name is Joe and I'm one of your hosts today, along with my co-host.
Hey y'all, it's me, Aileen. This way.
One of the ways. We've got a lot of new folks joining us here today, so do not worry if this is your first time seeing Battlesnake. We will be telling you all that is going on and explaining the game and what is happening. But first, let us dive into a little bit of an overview of what you're about to check out. So as I mentioned, this is the Full League Platinum tournament. We're going to be seeing the quarterfinals. We've had a league running now throughout the full season where our top competitors have been climbing their way up the ladder to make it to a spot at this event, and we're going to be seeing the first part of that event, the quarterfinals. We'll be seeing the semis and the finals on this same slot tomorrow. So, what have they been doing to earn these top places? Well, Battlesnake, for those of you who don't know, is a multiplayer game where your code is the controller. For those of you who have built yourself a web app or have worked with APIs, this will be super familiar. The Battlesnake game sticks your snake in a game and then starts to send it a bunch of HTTP requests. Your Battlesnake is a web server that handles those HTTP requests. It will grab the JSON from those requests, process that JSON, and return a response. And that response contains the move you will make. So you get a big JSON blob with all of the current game state in the current turn. You work out what genius magic your snake is going to do to decide how it's going to win that game, and then you send back a JSON response with a move, left, down, up, or right. So the snakes take it in turns. Sorry, the snakes take simultaneous turns to make moves, but you make a move turn by turn. Let me throw up a game so we can talk a little bit about how that works, so you can see it in action. We'll be seeing a lot of these games today, but I just want to throw this one up so you can see it. In this game, we have 4 snakes on the board. The little red discs are the food. And I'm just going to click play so you can see a game in action. So all of these snakes are a live web server. This is a replay of the game, but they were web servers, and each turn they're getting those those game states, and they're processing that move to decide how they're going to interact and how they're going to compete. There's lots of different ways your snake can win. There's lots of different strategies. We'll start to get into those as we do the tournament, but that is the broad strokes. Another really important thing I want to mention, because I know there's lots of folks from all different kinds of crowds. Twilio supports all different kinds of programming languages and technologies. Because you just deal with HTTP requests, you can write a Battlesnake in whatever you want. You can host it wherever you want. We have competitors who host on Raspberry Pis. We have folks who use Python, JavaScript, Rust. I've been writing a snake in a weird language called Factor. We have it all. You can do any, as long as you can get HTTP request. We've even had someone write a snake in pure, unadulterated Bash. Whatever you want to do, you can make it work. Yeah, it was horrible. I never want to see its like again. So, I believe we have a detailed image of the board that we can run through to talk about how the game actually works. So you saw a game kind of playing out, but let me show you this image so we can talk about exactly what all that stuff on the screen was. So the snakes are fairly straightforward, right? You see those snakes moving around, you see them doing the things that they do. There's some other stuff that's important. So on this particular board, this is the map we're going to be seeing today. You will see that some squares are white and some are grey. Aileen, what do we call the grey squares here at Battlesnake?
Those would be hazards, Jim.
I think they're a little bit more than hazards, aren't they? They're especially spicy, these ones.
Oh, you're talking about, I don't know if it counts as the spicy sauce because it's not moving. Is it still true. Spicy sauce?
Does it have to move to be hazard sauce?
I feel like it's gotta move. It's gotta like come in. This is just a wall of hazard sauce, I guess.
Just a wall of hazards, yes, correct. Well, so the important thing is those are hazards. They are danger areas for the snake. If a snake enters that area, it will rapidly lose health. The snake's health is the coloured bar you can see there under each of the names. That health bar represents 100 health. Every game turn, that health reduces by 1. So when the snake's health reaches 0, that snake is eliminated. That health can reach 0 by going 100 turns without consuming any food, or by entering a hazard, in which case a big chunk of health will be taken off at once. A snake can refill its health by eating the food, the nutrition discs, as we like to call them, the little pink squares you can see there. The other important number here is the snake's length. Whenever a snake eats a piece of food, its length will increase by 1, as well as filling up its health. And what does the length mean? Well, the length is really important for those aggressive snakes, those snakes who want to go after their competition and take them out of the game, because when a snake has a head-to-head collision, the bigger snake will win. If two snakes collide, the smaller snake gets gobbled up by the bigger snake, and the bigger snake can continue on its way, but the smaller snake is eliminated. If they are both the same size, both snakes are eliminated. And if a snake's head collides with any snake body part other than a head of a smaller snake, that snake will be eliminated. And a special thing about this map is you can move through the walls on this map. So you'll notice there are 8 locations, 12, can't do math, 8 locations. There are 8 locations on the map. Eileen's intense counting face there.
You can tell, yeah. So you can you can go through. Chat makes a good point that these hazards are actually more like a proper.
They are maximum spice hazards.
Yeah,
so they do
that's
a
the
full,
maximum
full
spice.
100
They'll
damage.
take you out.
Yeah.
But you can go. Sometimes we have the bounds of the box is all walls. In this case, that's not true. You can go kind of around in a circle.
Yeah.
If you kind of go out a wall. So it's kind of like an infinite.
Which you can do in this map. So those gaps in the hazard on the edge, you can go out. So snakes can go through the wall and come out the other side. That often results in things that are hard to track. So we'll do our best.
It's tough for the human brain to really wrap around the infinite of game board today.
Yeah, absolutely. So the next thing I want to show you is, for those of you who are intrigued by the technical part of this, let me show you the Battlesnake docs so you can see where you can get started. So these are linked from the homepage. These are good docs. These are brand new docs made by our wonderful community.
Fresh.
They are fresh. The community brought us over to Docusaurus. It was a lovely effort. They've done great work. But you can see a bunch of really cool things here. You can learn how the API works. If you want to see what data the snakes are working with, you can jump into the API reference. If you want to have a go yourself, you can check out the starter projects. You'll see the official templates for Python, Go, Rust, TypeScript, and JavaScript, as well as all of the community-supported templates. I haven't pushed it to this. I really should. I have a Twilio functions template. If anyone wants to have a go in running this in Twilio's serverless environment, it does work. Your latency is going to be fun, but it does work. So I would recommend giving that a go. But all kinds of different ways you can get a snake going there, including some technologies I have never heard of. JBang and Quarkus. That sounds like someone has made up some technology names and pulled them out of the hat. So yeah, that is our brief overview of Battlesnake. We are watching the chat. We are here with you, Signal chat. If anyone has any questions, we do have a bit of a delay, but if anyone has any questions, feel free to throw them in there. We will get them through. But in the meantime, let's talk about what we're here to see today, the Platinum tournament for the Fall League. So the Fall League has been running since September 16th. We do seasonal leagues here. You can kind of see them all on my t-shirt, aligned to the seasons. Yeah, you wearing the yeah? We're all up to date today.
Yeah, we got our right shirts on today.
Yeah, we did well. There was a bit of contention earlier in Signal TV because Nathaniel was wearing the Signal 2021 shirt. We have got the 2022 shirts on here.
Yeah, we know what year.
Not in the laundry. Yeah. So the Snakes have been playing since September 16th, and they've been competing in a ladder. In that ladder, they earn points for games that they play, and when they win those games, they advance up the ladder, and then we take the cream of the crop and we throw them into this tournament. So what you're watching here today is the quarterfinals Platinum tournament. Tomorrow we'll be finishing off the Platinum bracket and the second day of Signal, and then next week we're doing the Elite tournament. So that's the group of snakes above the ceiling goes even higher. The group of snakes above these snakes will be doing the Elite tournament. As we covered, we're doing the Island Bridges map, and we can jump over to the ladder, get a brief look at all of the snakes that are taking part. So this is the Elite tournament, so we'll be checking that out next week. So scrolling down to the Platinum tournament. Bunch of information on here. You can see the points they've accumulated over the course of their participation, and these are tags. These are applied by the players to help them tell us a little bit about their snakes and what they do. So we can see we've got an aggressive snake that's running on Go on DigitalOcean. We can see we've got a Rust snake that's doing alpha beta pruning on no cloud host on that one. It's self-hosted. Beautiful. Love to see a self-hosted snake up this high.
Very interesting.
Dominic said, how do I find that Twilio functions template? Dominic, it's somewhere on my GitHub. So github.com/Joe Nash. I think it's called Twilio function, Twilio Snake or something. It's a it's one of the few public repos on there. You should find it pretty easily. So we've got these are all the snakes in the Platinum Tournament. There we go. So we're taking all the snakes above this line. So you'll see this line cutting off the Platinum Tournament. So you can check out all of the folks there. But our actual brackets, I think we have a better view of these brackets, I do believe.
Oh,
there we go. Look at this.
Look at that.
We've got assets this year. So these are our brackets. We've got these, as you can see, we're in the quarterfinals, and we have 4 groups. So we'll go over this again in a bit, but basically how this works, we'll play a couple of games in each group. Those groups will thin out to the winners from those group games will advance to the semi-finals, and then we'll play through the semi-finals and the finals tomorrow. But because we've got 4 groups today, that is going to be a lot of games, so we'll be chugging through the quarterfinals today. So that brings us up to the most important part of the stream for a lot of folks. This is a competition, this is a tournament. What are they competing to win? Let's go over to the prize corner. Oh, here comes the crown.
I actually have a crown, so this is like a classic Battlesnake thing, but I'm the prize queen, so I talk about prizes. I get to wear a crown while I do it. It all makes sense if you think about it, right? So today we have our whole prize pool is $1,000. So that means that prizes will be given to the tournament champion, of course, and additionally any of our tournament finalists. So this is what we're all playing for, is this $1,000 prize pool, a little chunk of that. But additionally, we're just playing for, for fun and learning and friendship and the just joys of competition in general. That's what we do here. Right, Joe?
That is what we do here.
Yeah. That's kind of it for me. That's
good prizes. Yeah, the medals are awesome.
Ooh, I forgot to talk about the medals. Yeah, do we get medals this time? Booth? We have medals?
Booth, do we have medals?
The top people get our finalists get medals, and the winners, they're gonna get some fancy. They're like a big honking nice solid medal that you get that you can wear like actually as a necklace, and you could swing it around and probably do some real damage if you wanted to.
Folks who have been watching Signal TV all day will be used to the hosts referring to the voice in their ear. We have our own voice in our ear, and he's also very funny. So if we are laughing at nothing, that's what's going on. The medals, the other cool thing about the medals is we're getting to the point now where we have some competitors who have multiple seasons worth of medals, and they're starting to collect some real bling, which is very good to see. So I think we should get on with the tournament.
Let's get to it. I want to see some games.
Yeah, I mean, we will have to walk through how the tournament works. It's we got a little bit of data. Well, not a little bit of data, a little bit of mechanics to explain on how snakes progress and how they advance. So I think let's bring up the tournament brackets again, and we'll start with how many games we're going to be seeing, how that works. So as I said, we've got these 4 groups. What we're going to be doing is each of those 4 groups have 4 snakes in it. We are going to want to be taking 2 snakes from each group up to the semi-finals, and to do that, we're going to be playing a number of games per group.
Between
cool.
4
Okay,
and 6
I'm up to date with the rule set we are playing today. Yeah, booth. So we are going to be playing multiple games per group, and how it works is once a snake gets 2 wins, it advances to the semi-finals. So that could be a variable number of games per group. If we get, if we jump into Group A and one snake gets 2 wins straight off the bat, they're going to the semis. It could go back and forth. All 4 snakes could get 1 win apiece, and then we're down to, the 5th game is the first time someone will move on. So could be a variable number of games between, anything between 4 to 6 games per group, because we're going to be graduating 2 snakes out of it. An important detail is once a snake moves on, so once a snake gets those 2 wins, the games are following that will not feature that snake. So once one snake moves on, we'll be going down to a game of 3 snakes in the group. So it's a little bit easier. The ground changes a bit. That's where we tend to see, we might see some patterns of gameplay in a given group. They suddenly all reverse and everything changes when you take a snake out. It's really fascinating. So that does happen. The semi-finals tomorrow will work the same way, and then the finals is a whole different ball game. The finals, it's the first snake to 3 wins takes it, and that can sometimes again be a sweep. Some snake just comes through and takes all 3 wins. That has not happened often though. We usually go to the end, which is stressful. Let's take a look at some of the
you get the cream of the crop together. It's not an easy. It's rarely an easy win for any one snake.
It's a pitch competition. All these snakes work really hard. Let me just quickly take a look at chat.
Yeah, we got a question from Hasten to M. Is there an award for best named snake? Because there should be, and we regularly have awards for the best. Not only the best named, but we call it the best brand. So sometimes you get a snake that has like a perfect name and then a perfect head and tail, because all the head and tails are like, that's what people are choosing. The way the snake look is like specific to them. And then very often the winning snake gets to design their own head and tail. So you'll see some like very cool. I think Hovering Hobbs is one that you'll see.
Hovering Hobbs is on here as well.
Yeah, they got to design their own head and tail, and they got a special one. I also got to design my
I was waiting for it. I was waiting
twice. Because I won. We had like a whole caster competition where we like picked teams, and I won twice. So I got to win. I got to design 2 different.
She never talks about it.
I'm the winningest caster. Okay, everybody. I'm glad everyone at Twilio knows that.
Yeah,
anywho,
everyone knows it now. Mycacius asks, is there a snake called Danger Noodle? There are multiple snakes called Danger Noodle.
That's a classic.
We have the whole like adjective pasta form family. There's like Hazard Spaghetti is another one as well. Oh yeah, there's every snake in mythology is covered. We have so many Jormunganders, like you can't even count them. Like we've seen it all here. We've got Bold Big Flank. Actually, calling out Bold Big Flank in Group A. Bold Big Flank has been hanging out in Signal TV chat all day, and their name is incredible, which is copy of snake2_v3_final_final brackets 1.
Bracket 1 is the part that kills them. That's the one that really is the like cherry on the top of that naming convention. Beautiful.
So whilst we're inspecting the snakes, let's jump in. Let's have a look. Let's go through the groups and have a look at all the wonderful snakes we've got to play with today. Let's jump into Group A. We've got some fancy cards.
Jump into Group A. Yeah, more assets. Yes.
Awesome.
Beautiful. Look at the pants. Joe, it's your favorite.
Oh, I hate the pants.
Joe doesn't like the pants.
No, okay.
Why don't you like the pants, Joe? What do you have against jeans?
Folks who are new to Battlesnake right now will get this when we get to play. But the thing at the end is the tail. And the thing about the tail is it follows the snake around. And some of the tails just look wrong. And the pants look wrong.
Unsettling.
It is deeply unsettling. So anyway, we've got Big Slamu. You will see. You'll experience it. Sandra's appreciating Snake 2 final. So yeah, we've got a bunch of cool things on these cards. Let's call out some highlights. So we've got the snake name and then the username. We've got where they rank in this tournament. So you'll see we're mixing up the groups to make sure there's a good distribution. Really cool piece of information is when they've been playing and their overall win rate since been playing, and how many competitions they have entered. So Greg Lever, long time snake. We've seen Greg around a lot, as we've seen Big Bold Flank. Oh, sorry, I always get the wrong way around. Bold Big Flank. 4 competitions apiece, but in this bracket we also have 2 newbies. It's their first competition, so welcome Kay Malloy and Barbara. Sleepy Koala, a wonderful name. Sleepy Koala, I've always running default. I think that's a brave choice. We have we're gonna have to Twilio Signal viewers, keep us honest, because there is gonna be like some Battlesnake lore that comes out today, and we're gonna have to explain it. And one of the things we've been talking about, branding. Branding is definitely strong branding is definitely correlated with performance. I think that's fair to say.
We had a Shai Halud as well.
There
were many Dune quotes, many quotes.
Oh, that's from
water.
The Fanyo as well. Yes, best maker in his water. Yeah, we. Oh, okay, cool. We're hearing from the booth that K Molly actually joined in September. So K Molly is coming in hot into this competition.
That's when it started. That's when so they were like, I'm in, and then they just got to the top.
Right. Yeah, so we mentioned this ladder where you earn points to climb. You can join the tournament at any point, but obviously if you joined in the middle, you have less time to earn points. So it's notable that this is K Molly's first tournament, and they joined in the middle and still made it to the tournament, which is awesome. All right, let's jump over to Group B. Oh, also, one thing to call out, Bold Big Flank Snake is hosted on a Raspberry Pi in their house, which is, we're getting to latency a lot during this competition. You have a limited amount of time to return a move, so you've got a very small amount of time to crunch your computations, work out the best move, and get it back. So cloud hosting can be really advantageous, so it's always great to see a Snake rocking it from their bedroom with a computer under the desk. It's wonderful. Okay, Group B. So here we have Space Heater, we have Coolest Snake, straightforward name, Avoiding Death, and Refined Snake. And once again, 2 newbies in here. Some technologies. We've got lots of Rust Snakes. This is 3 out of 4 Rusties.
Oh, 3 newbies. And they all joined in September.
Sorry, wait, we've got 3 newbies? 2 newbies, 2 newbies.
What about Refined Snake? This is the first competition they answered. Am I the only one reading this wrong? Oh, sorry. That one says 2021. Y'all, I'm so sorry.
I'm so confused.
I'm like, September. Like, what are we all like? Oh, okay, I'm just going to be quiet for a minute.
That's fine. You're good. We can all read. It's been a long day of streams. Some things I want to call out on this slide. We'll be talking about this a lot more when we get into the games. You'll see some tags here which indicate the algorithms that folks are playing with. So we've got alpha, beta, we've got min-max, we've got Monte Carlo. Folks who hear about Snake, one of their first questions is like, oh, is there like deep learning? Is like, what kinds of AI strategies are going on here? We do tend to see deep learning snakes. We see a lot of machine learning snakes, but the very popular set of strategies is tree searching. So that's where you get a game state from the Battlesnake game and you try and build, much like a chess engine, you try and build a tree of all the possibilities, all of the like, hey, if I move here and they move there, and then I move here and they move there, and then you prune that tree looking for the path that leads to a winning move, and that's very computation intensive. Battlesnake has a really large game state space, basically. Like, it's not a solvable game like chess, so you have a limited amount of time to build your tree and prune your tree, and so there's lots of different strategies we see to do that, and so at this level of play, a lot of the differences are going to come down to who can like inspect the most game states in the time that they have. And so that's what these things here are talking about. Oh, Bold Big Flank in the chat talking about their Raspberry Pi. Perfect. We love it when players join us in chat to give the inside secrets. Let's roll on over to Group C.
Ooh, I like that transition. Great transition, Booth. Wait, it slides in. Nice.
Cool. We've got some good branding here. We've got Master Chief. Love a Halo reference.
Ah, look at the helmet and everything. And the color.
And the gear at the back.
See, this is what I'm talking about with branding. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, is that a... Yes. This... At least once a stream, I will misidentify a flag. Well, I believe there is a Dutch competitor in here representing. We've got Ami, Volderbear, and CLJ Hench. Again, lots of well-known snakes. We've seen these folks around before. We've got 5 competitions from Master Chief, 4 from CLJ Hench.
Wow.
Some impressive win rates on here. 36.5.
Wow.
Oh, I will also butcher every pronunciation that's possible to butcher. This is a Belgian snake. I have lived in the Netherlands for 3 years. My pronunciation of anything even approximating Dutch is still terrible. I apologize.
You're doing your best.
We're doing our best. Master Chief, completely mysterious. We have no tags for Master Chief. We don't know what they're running on. We don't know where they're hosted. Could be anything. But we do know that COJ Hench is a closure snake, which is slightly unusual. Yeah. Alrighty. Group D, let's meet the last snakes before we go and see them mess each other up. Perfect. Hovering hubs, we've got Korea. Korea are also running a very disturbing head-tail combo. Aileen mentioned that folks who win the audience favorite, crowd favorite
branding. We've had a couple different variations of random prizes.
They get to design their own head and tail. Korea did win it previously and designed the puffin head and I can't remember. Swim trunks? I think we decided. I've been calling them jorts because it's funnier, but like swim trunks, I think is what they're meant to be. Yeah. Swim trunks bottom. They are coloured, which is unique. So that's hovering hubs. Again, 6 competitions entered. Korea's been around for a while. Then we've got Ebb Drop, 2020 Fall. That's a very to the fact name. And Boundless Scuttle Coil, another well-known snake. And again, lots of alpha beta pruning here. Hovering Hobs, Coriar is actually on the DigitalOcean team, which is a team operated by DigitalOcean, sponsored by DigitalOcean. And Coriar is a member of that team, along with a couple of other Snake competitors. So, that is Coriar likes the jorts. Yay, Coriar. Thanks for joining us. All right. That is all of the snakes we'll be seeing today. So I think we're ready for our first game. Signal chat, are we ready?
Yes.
Now, 10 second delay on chat. Are you ready, Signal chat?
We're just like, let's get a game up.
We're getting the games up. Here we go. All right. I need to zoom out a little bit. Excuse us while we fit this game in my browser.
Behance.
There we go. Perfect. Okay. Everyone's ready. Okay. The game is up. Here we have Group A, Game 1. Just a reminder, to advance, a snake needs 2 wins, and we'll be looking for 2 snakes to advance. We have in the top right, bottom left, we have Big Slamu. I saw Big Slamu was like, that must be the whale, and that was not the case.
Right?
Big Slamu's the street sharks. It's the street sharks. I've only just understood it.
What?
It's a really old cartoon about sharks wearing shorts who box.
What?
Big Slamu is a shark in Street Sharks.
Yeah.
I've only just understood this. Big Slamu, bottom left. Copy of Snake 2_v3_final_final 1 by Bold Big Flank in the top right. Sleepy Koala in the top left, and Snack on the bottom right. So, as is customary, when we kick off a tournament, we do have to do a countdown across the Atlantic, so we'll be out of sync and horribly timed. Aileen, would you like to kick us off?
Yeah, let's count down from 3 so we don't have to suffer for too long. Are you ready?
Yeah.
And 3,
2,
1.
Battlesnake! And off they go, and we've
Yay.
lost someone to a timeout already. We'll dig into that and what causes that in a bit. You can see Copy is going through and making use of the wrapping with a commanding lead of 10 in length, and we've just lost Snack, eliminated by a hazard. They got into that spicy sauce, which, as we established, is a more or less instant kill. Big Slam is running out of food. They're going to have to get that food, and they've got it, so they're topped up on health, but they are really falling behind Copy. And the danger of this arena is it's very easy for a Big Snake to wall off, just like they've done there. But Big Slamu was able to tail chase, so they follow the tail because the tail always moves as long as the snake's not eating. So they're able to tail chase to get out of that, the red snake against the blue snake. So Big Slamu's mansion is running out of space very rapidly, really getting squeezed in this tight map. This is probably one. Oh, there we go.
Oh, look at that.
A beautiful snake strategy at work. So often what we end up seeing in these head-to-heads is kind of the duality of snake that tries to stay small so they don't squeeze themselves out of space, and snake that wants to get really long so they don't get gobbled up by another snake. And it's really the race of like, does the big snake squeeze out the small snake before they squeeze out themselves? And here we have seen that the small snake did indeed persevere. So that is 1 win for Big Slamu. Let's roll back and talk about that timeout. You'll see there on the bottom right, under Sleepy Koala's length, there's a 500 milliseconds with a red exclamation mark. That means that that snake timed out, so it has not returned a move in time. The latency limit is 500 milliseconds, so that means once that request hits that snake, they have 500 milliseconds to return a move. This can happen for a variety of reasons. We have some snakes that run on free hosting, like free Heroku tier, that kind of thing, and those servers sometimes need waking up. So it could be that this owner hasn't woken up their snake. It could be that the game is too complicated. With these hazards, this map is more complicated, and so if folks aren't prepared for it, it can take them longer to return a response. Variety of reasons, but what happens when you don't return a response is that your snake makes the default move. It keeps going in the last direction it moved in, and if it hasn't returned a move yet, that means it goes up. So here we see Sleepy Koala going up until they hit the hazard and they get eliminated. So hopefully this was a case of a snake needing to wake up, and we'll see them come alive in the next game. But otherwise, well done Big Slamu on a win for game 1. Let's bring up game 2.
And
how we feeling, chat?
Oh yeah, chat. Let me know what you think. We have found that there's like a good middle ground size with some of these maps that have a lot of hazard kind of maze quality to them.
Right.
Where it can be, not only is like being large good for head to heads, it's can be good to like zone control and make sure that like you're kind of owning a space and pushing the other snake into a smaller and smaller space where they eventually get smushed. But this is a tough map. I think there is like a golden length, but I'm not sure what it is yet.
Yeah, I mean, what we saw in the previous map, we had a map that was an arcade maze map, is there was like a gold, as you said, a golden length where you were long enough to block off enough of these like tight alleys, but not long enough to get yourself into trouble. And it'll be fun to see what that is on this map. Anyway, game 2. So you can see down here, we've got 1 point to Big Slamu to keep track of it. And Big Slamu wins this one, they're advancing. Well, I don't think it's going to be that simple. Here we go. Sleepy Koala did time out again. I think this may be a non-compete for Sleepy Koala, and Snek has gone out, eliminated by a hazard, but that was a timeout. So this is probably the case of complexity getting the better of Snek. They were returning a move, and then they've timed out and hit a hazard, so something's gone a little bit wrong there. So we're once again on a head-to-head with Big Slamu and Copy. So is it going to be Big Snake or Small Snake? Let's get some folks in chat in this before it all goes wrong. If you want to put down who you think will win out on this one. Jonathan Arm says, my experience with this map is being long. It's good to survive early, but in the duel at the end, being short seems to be better. Let's see if that's accurate. Commanding lead by Copy, over 10 length over Big Slamu. Big Slamu, oh, there we go. Same story.
Look at that, yeah. And they just eat nonstop. They don't seem to have any qualms about eating big final.
Well, I mean,
Copy Snake, Copy of Snake, final. Have we decided what we're
I'm just calling it Copy. I'm calling it Copy.
We're calling it Copy. Copy that.
So Bold Big Flank is in chat. So Bold Big Flank, like, what you give us your secrets. Tell us what's happening here. They do say, I was pondering on this map today. It makes more sense if you imagine the 2 tile gaps in the middle. The 2 tile. Oh, I see what they mean. So we've got these 2 tile gaps around the edge of the map. You're saying it makes more sense if you imagine that as the middle of the map and not the edge of the map, and have your snake oriented that way. How do you reflect that in like when you build the representation of the grid in your snake? Do you position that in the middle, or are you just thinking about this in terms of a like your logic when you're working on your algorithm? Anyway,
that hurts my brain a lot, so I'm not even gonna try to comprehend. Think too hard. No.
Well,
let that go.
Congratulations, Big Slamu, going through to the semi-finals. We'll see you again tomorrow. But for now, that does mean Big Slamu will be removed from this bracket, and we'll be seeing what will probably be a quick series of games, because Sleepy Koala is going to be timing out. And
but
we've
maybe
also seen...
not now, because there's one less snake to calculate. We can dream.
That is what I suspect will happen with Snek, because Snek was returning some moves and then timing out. So this might unblock Snek, and they'll be able to get a move in. So let's see. Everyone, fingers crossed for Snek. Chatbox Coda, do the participants get to know what the map will look like ahead of time? They do indeed. If we go over to our full league, you see here that they get told that the game map is the Island Bridges map. We also have a feature, a way that you can play Snake games called Battlegrounds, that has a variety of maps running, and so like snakes get to practice on lots of different types of maps. But yeah, they get told what the map will be for the season,
like length of the fall season. It's always been this map, so they get to like really hone their snake for that like specific case. Exactly.
Okay, here we go. Fingers crossed for Snek, everyone, and for Sleepy Koala. Sleepy Koala still hit a wall. Snek is living though. They are right against that.
Look at that. Oh, well,
do we have the graphs? No, we don't. Oh, we do have the graphs. Here we go.
Yay,
got the graphs.
Look at that.
So you can see this whole time. This whole time that Snek is right up against the limit. Down here, this is Copy. This is Copy. Right, really low latency, loads of room to play. But this whole time, Snek is right up against the limit, 450, 460, and then they just dip over and hit. That leads them into a hazard, and so they are eliminated. So that is 1 win for Copy. Just 1 more win to go through. And I think sometimes, even at this level of play, sometimes things aren't shaking out tech-wise for Snake. And we get a little bit of a bracket like this where, maybe we'll be surprised. Fingers crossed for Snake. Fingers crossed for Snake.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Okay, that's Sleepy Koala out. Snack is hanging in there. The latency is holding.
Go, Snack, go.
Oh, that was a 4. They literally hit 499 on the latency, but
Oh
they got the response in.
They're under.
I'm not even paying attention. I'm just glued to the latency
I know.
number.
I'm trying so hard to look at the game, and you can't just split my eyes and look.
This is it. This is going to be Snack's game.
Look at Snack go.
I believe in Snack.
Just eating up all the food too, hey?
Yeah, they're a little bit behind. They're not too bad. But then we have seen the smaller snake winning, so this is still fine. Oh, Snack took it!
Get out!
Snack's in the game. Snack's in the game.
Pushing it to another game.
Okay, so now this next game is going to be it. One of these snakes is going through. I mean, we knew that anyway. Now I've said that, maybe Sleepy Koala's going to wake up now and do a reverse sweep. Who knows?
You never know.
But yeah, probably one of these snakes is going through. Will it be Snack or will it be Copy? Here we go. Okay, it's not Sleepy Koala's not waking up today, and it is going to be Copy. That is a timeout for Snack.
Tough. Look at that, right into the.
Wait, hang on. It was a. I think they would have
was a timeout,
gone.
Right?
They could have. It was a timeout, but it would have. This was Copy was so. Snack is going through on the right. Copy is making to wall that off, and it seems like Snack has panicked on the head-to-head. So there's a head-to-head situation here. Like Snack can get out of it here if they go down. They can turn around and get out, but they don't do that. They panic and crash into Copy. So
I like setting a timeout on a complicated state as like the snake panicking. That's what's happening.
We have I mean, that might even be intentional. We have lots of I mean, that we don't necessarily know when why this happens, but lots of snakes do weird things when it's certain they're going to lose. So one of the things we see quite a lot is rather than crash into another snake, a snake will turn around and crash into its own body. Or we see a snake crash into a hazard rather than lose to a head-to-head. We here on the casting team like to pretend that's like, snakes not giving the satisfaction to another snake. But in reality, it's probably just something about the precedence of the avoidance algorithm.
Yeah. But it's more fun to anthropomorphize what the snakes are thinking.
Jonathan Arms is saying we're clear that I'm not playing in this tournament right now, right? Just making sure. I don't believe you are, Jonathan. I think it's okay that your server's not currently running. Yeah, we're hearing from the booth you are not in this tournament. Do not panic. You're fine. Looks like you're in elite. That would be a very unpleasant surprise. So this bracket, we have Avoiding Death, Coolest Snake, Refined Snake, and Space Heater. Let's see where they are on the board. So I'm going to take a sip of tea.
Which one is going to win, the cool snake or the hot snake?
Very good. Very good.
Did we set up? We often talk about these like groups being set up based on color. I don't think that's the case here because it's pretty random. But maybe it was named this time so that we could get named the cool snake versus the heater snake.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry, Jonathan. Okay, Avoiding Death, bottom left. Coolest Snake, bottom right. Refined Snake, top right. And Space Heater, top left. Here we go. Okay, no timeouts. That's good to see. Everyone's looking good. We do have slightly high latency on a couple of these snakes, but they've got some ceiling. And we have lost Avoiding Death to a head-to-head with Coolest Snake, who then went out to a head-to-head with Refined Snake. This is an aggressive game. We've turned up the heat for this one. It's unfortunately not hot versus cold, but the hot does go through. What happened to Refined Snake? They timed out.
Oh no!
Yeah, they timed out here, and then they timed out there.
All these snakes seem to be playing pretty close to the edge, so
yeah.
I'm not super surprised to see that, but you do also hate to see it.
This map is breaking snakes. This is where your tree pruning algorithm not have enough room is really gonna hit folks. So well done, Space Heater, on a first game. Let's bring up the next one. So 1 to Space Heater. Here we go for game 2. Quick look at chat. How are folks doing? For those, probably should explain, 210 in chat, who's dropping the insights right now. That is Brad at Battlesnake. He is a member of the team. So he is there to answer any questions as well, if we manage to miss them on the scroll by. Cool. Okay, here we go. Game 2, 1-2 Space Heater, and everyone's looking pretty good. So this could go in any direction, except Cordis Snake has timed out immediately and gone out. So sorry, Cordis Snake. Avoiding death with the length lead, but it's still very close. They're all neck and neck, really. Space Heater really falling behind. They look like they're intentionally staying small, though. They're not getting food until they're about 50%, being bullied out of their square by Refined Snake now. Refined Snake really is obviously going to be the big snake of this bracket, and they squeezed themselves out of room. They got cut off by Space Heater and had to go back into their own body. Again, the danger of being the big snake, you run out of room really quick. If you're not tiling efficiently, like Avoiding Death. Avoiding Death is tiling very neatly for its sections there. And this looks like this one might go the distance. Both these snakes have enough headroom in latency. Both are being conservative on eating. Space Heater does seem to be making plays to cut off other snakes, though, which is good to see. Oh! What? Oh, okay.
Where are they? Oh.
So Avoiding Death can't go up because Space. Oh wait, you could have tailed. No, hang on. Did Space? Okay.
Yeah.
We have a tail.
Look at
tail
this.
chasing problem. Okay. We mentioned earlier that you can tail chase. So if you look here on the top left, you will see Avoiding Death is underneath Space Heater's tail, and Space Heater's tail moves up, and Avoiding Death moves into that space. But at the same time, you'll see this food here. Avoiding Death is the smallest snake, so it doesn't go for the food, because if Space Heater goes there, it will get gobbled up. But Space Heater does go for that, and because it's eaten the food, it grows in length by 1, and how that works is the following turn, the tail doesn't move. So Avoiding Death has been hot on Space Heater's tail, following that tail. This turn, that tail isn't going to move. It stays exactly where it is, and so Avoiding Death only has 1 space to go, and that's straight into the bigger snake's head. So the danger of tail chasing is that if the other snake eats, you are in hot water. Space heated water, in this case. Okay, cool. That is 2 wins for Space Heater. So Space Heater is going through. We have our first semi-finalist of Group B. Congratulations, Space Heater. But as that means we are 1 snake down in this bracket. This is now a 3-snake group. So it's a little bit easier. Who are you favoring from these ones so far, Aileen?
I've been looking at the descriptions, and I noticed that Coolest Snake is Cooler Snake, but written in Rust. So I think the original one was Python, and I think we even have Free Thrill here. So I'm interested.
Oh, interesting.
I think I'm kind of on their side right now. I want to see the coolest snake, because I've been saying Cooler Snake in my head, and I realized, I was like, wait a minute, this is actually the coolest snake.
The coolest snake has finished in an awful lot of top 10 spots in tournaments. Very cool. Alrighty. Oh, we're being raided. Madudev is raiding with a party of 377. Welcome, Madudev. Thanks for being here. And Free Thrill is here. Okay. Alrighty. So, Quarter Snake bottom right. Sorry, Avoiding Death bottom right. Quarter Snake top left. Refined Snake bottom left. Here we go. Who is good? Well, Quarter Snake was timing out. So let's see how they do with less snakes on the board. They're fine. They're in it. They're in it to win it.
Yes.
Everyone's here. Timeouts. They survived, though. They weren't in a bad spot when that timeout hit. Refined Snake is taking the size lead, and we're Quarter Snake's timing out. Quarter Snake is getting lucky with it. Oh, no! Timed out at a bad time. Sad. Absolutely devastating. But Refined Snake is taking the lead nearly twice the length for Avoiding Death. Avoiding Death closing that gap just a little bit. All in the same square. There was a lot of food in that square. But Avoiding Death managed to sliver out. And I turned around to look at chat, and then I missed it. Was that a timeout? That was a timeout.
It was a timeout. Why?
So
I don't feel like I've seen a timeout from Refined Snake yet.
No, me either.
Why did they think so hard about this?
They were... I don't know. They could have just gone left. Why did they even go up, come to think of it? They could have just gone straight left, because they would be coming out over here on the top left. And they went up, and then they timed out. If they had continued their left path here, if the timeout had hit here, they would have been safe, because they'd have no hazard in the way. But they went up, and so when they timed out, their next move was up into the hazard. So well done, Avoiding Death. Chatterbox Coder's going to be happy. Some folks are just joining. There's a great call out, Chatterbox. If you are new here and you haven't seen Battlesnake before, Battlesnake is a competitive programming game where we are playing a multiplayer game of Snake. Let me actually throw up the homepage again. We are playing a multiplayer game of Snake. The snakes that you've just seen on screen are all controlled by a web server, written by a developer somewhere in the world. They've been competing head-to-head on a leaderboard for the last 2 months, and this is now the Platinum Tournament. This is the top performers from that league competing here for the prizes. These snakes are all, I said, web servers. They are getting a HTTP request with all of the game state for a turn. Then they crunch the numbers. They use AI algorithms. They use decision trees, whatever tactic it is they're using to decide what move they're going to make that turn, and then they return that move. So these are all it's a kind of like competitive. A competitive game, an esport kind of thing, but controlled entirely by player-written code.
Yeah, and these players are we've got a wide breadth of different people in all kinds of different jobs and life places that are making all of these cool snakes. So this is kind of the cream of the crop of whoever can write a good snake code. It's kind of cool that you've all joined us here at this special time.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us. That was match 3. Yes, excellent. Let's get the next one up. Sorry, I completely lost it. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Come back over here. Sorry, I've lost the plot, everyone. There we go. I've remembered how computers work. We're back in the seat.
We did it.
Cool. All right. So we're 1 win to Avoiding Death. So if Avoiding Death wins this one, they will be going through to the semi-finals, which we'll be seeing. For those of you just joining in, semi-finals is tomorrow. Today's the quarterfinals. Same time tomorrow, we'll be watching the semi-finals and the finals. So this could be Avoiding Death moving forward. Let's see what happens. Okay, keeping it. Caller Snake timed out immediately. I'm so sorry, Caller Snake. Could still have a chance though. If Refined Snake takes this group will continue for another game at least. A beautiful pattern from Refined Snake there, as they did a little clover around the corner. Really huge lead though, 22 on length to Avoiding Death's 8. 25 on length. They're growing too rapidly when you keep up, and they've suffered the consequences.
Yeah, that's what happens.
This
Super
is
trapped.
Look
at that.
You just
smushed. I feel like these little corner pockets are super dangerous, and they don't leave themselves anywhere to escape, and they can't tail chase. Their tail is way over there on the other side of the board. Look, they're like almost in they're on all 4 quadrants.
They're in so many. They are in all 4
everywhere.
segments. Yeah. I was like, you saying the corner pockets are dangerous is like really interesting. I feel if you enter one of these pockets and you block off, like you block off the wrap point, you're just you are doomed. Really. Like they tiled pretty efficiently. They're making good use of space. But they didn't leave themselves an exit path. So
is that food Avoiding that Death. They ate? Was that kind of they would have been trapped even if they hadn't.
Yeah.
Right,
and then
trapped by a long way. That's too bad.
Yes. Yeah, they would have been.
Because they ate 2 food there that they sort of didn't have any choice.
They couldn't avoid that one. Yeah. And I think if they had avoided that one, they might have. I think they would have made it if they had avoided that other one. Anyway,
tough.
Avoiding Death going through. Well done, Avoiding Death. So that is Group B. We've had 2 snakes go through from Group B into semi-finals. I think I need a bracket refresh. Let me remind ourselves where we're at. Let me check that's safe to do. That is safe to do. Okay, let's go over and have a look at the brackets, so we can see how we're doing on semi-finalists. So Group A, we had Big Slamu and Copy of move through to semi-finals. They each took 2 wins apiece. Snek did manage to get in that surprise win, that upset to take us to 5 games total, but couldn't win enough to move through to semi-finals. So congratulations, Big Slamu and Copy of. And then in Group B, we've got Avoiding Death with 2 wins and Space Heater with 2 wins. So all those 4 snakes will be competing in the semi-finals tomorrow. We've got 2 more groups to hit, quarterfinals C and quarterfinals D. Loads of Team DigitalOcean in these snakes. Dutch snakes, we've got good representation here. So let's go get on with Group C. We had Group C on the screen briefly. Let's have them back on the screen again. We have Army, CLJ, Hench, Master Chief, and Voldebeer. Or Voldbeer. Sorry, tell me off for mispronunciation.
Ooh, somebody tell us in the chat if you know how we say that.
I don't miss. Need the snake? Give us the full name.
Niedersachsische? Is that it?
It was longer than that, wasn't it? There's another syllable in there.
Niedersächsische Kreuz something.
Yes.
Kreuzade.
Yeah.
Niedersächsische Kreuzade.
We definitely went through a stage where snakes were trying to name themselves to mess us up. That was 100% a thing. So great question from Free Phil. So Free Phil's asking why there's so many timeouts. Are two games running simultaneously or something? So as Nathaniel said, when games get more complex, the algorithms aren't fast enough to respond. But Free Phil does ask a really great question. So as we established, the Battlesnake game sends HTTP requests to these servers, and it is possible for snakes to be entered into two games simultaneously. That can happen. Like if you make your own snake and you put it on the Battlesnake platform, you can go and create, games with that snake so you can test it, and you could create a bunch. So you could effectively DDoS your snake. When we do these tournaments, there's a couple of things that you should know. We make sure that all of the snakes competing aren't currently being entered into any automated leaderboarding in the rest of the platform, so everything else is paused. We also these aren't live games. This might surprise you to find out, but if you've been paying attention to the latency, we'll have mentioned that these snakes have 500 milliseconds to respond. That would be really slow to watch live. So we actually run these games right before the tournament. So that they're ready to go. We don't know what's happened. They've only just happened, so the snake owners are relatively spoiler free if they go and look at their logs. That does also have some fun side effects, like live patching does not work. You can't hot fix your snake in the middle of the tournament. It's already happened. But it does also mean that someone can't see a snake playing and be like, oh, they're winning, I'm going to go DDoS their snake. Snake owners can also mark their snake as private, so it can't be entered into games by other players. So it's probably not the case that they're running in multiple games. It's just that at this level of competition, with this level of complexity, at this, with this gnarly map, it's just a hard game. And the quality of the quality is a bit of a harsh word. The efficiency of the algorithm really does matter. So yeah, there we go. Okay. A lot of seasoned Battlesnakers talking about their experience with high latency in tournaments, because the quality of the competitors is super high.
Yeah.
Okay. Army top left, CLJ Hench top right, Master Chief bottom right, and Volderbeer is bottom left. Here we go, Group C, our second from last group. No timeouts. No timeouts. Woohoo!
Hey,
we love to see it.
Everybody's doing so great.
Lola. Oh, look at Volbeer's latency, like single digits a lot of the time, and they're all neck and neck. Volbeer is not eating. They are very conservative, so they're going to be our small snake of the game. Army is slowly inching ahead, and we've lost CLJ Hench to a collision with a hazard. It was that or hitting Master Chief's tail, I suspect. Oh, they actually timed. Oh, sorry, this is elimination. That's not a timeout. It might be an error. Volbeer has run into Master Chief's body. Master Chief seems to be doing some aggressive body blocking. That looks like what happened to CLJ Hench as well, where they're cutting folks off. They just did it. They just did it to Army. That is definitely Master Chief's game.
Bullying them.
Yeah, that is that. So some snakes, we've talked about being the biggest snake means you can head to head. There are other ways to eliminate a snake with collisions than via the head. If you can cut a snake off with the body, that is just as good as a head to head. Did it again.
Push them right in their little pocket. Look at that. And it's like they're really planning on just they're doing like a nice little loop through two quadrants, just blocking off as many. It's like space control. Is that what we call it? There's a better word for that. Zone control? Area control. I was like, this is one of these words. But that's a really great way to just kill snakes by pushing them into a space that they can't make moves. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Nathaniel saying, I wish you'd know it's done ahead of time. It's like watching Super Bowl on DVR. It's not that bad. Just forget. Just wipe that from your mind.
It's very recent. As I said, they have 500 milliseconds, which doesn't sound like a lot, but if you imagine that's 500 milliseconds per each of these turns, it would be kind of like this. An army's made a move and it's looking really good, and here we go, the next move, and they've moved forward one square, and the next one, right? It would be slow. So we have to strike the balance of giving the snakes enough time to do something algorithmically interesting, and it being live and snappy. So you get us reacting to it.
We don't know what's happening.
I never know what's happening.
Exactly.
we could do this tournament in a month's time, and I won't have remembered a single thing, and it'll be like new. Okay, so well done, Master Chief. We'll be keeping a close eye on Master Chief because they are super aggressive, doing some super interesting tactics. And Volderbeer as well has really low latency, so I'm impressed to see what happened to them. Okay, here we go.
You don't do. Volderbeer says they don't do tree search, but what do they do if not?
Well, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the.
I see go.
What tags do we have? Oh,
Go tag.
we have no tags. No tags. They are a mystery snake.
Tell us.
Oh,
what
I'm
you're
so
doing.
intrigued. Oh, spill the secrets, you know.
Chat says. Volderbeer
they're
actually
built in
just
Go,
a
that's all we know.
small child on a Nokia phone playing the game. We had someone do something like that once, where they actually hooked it up to a controller.
We had all the casters
Back in
control
the day.
snakes with their faces once as well.
Oh yeah, that was terrible. My legs hurt so much from trying to like squat and move around my little box.
This will make no sense to anyone. We have a stream, which by the way is on tomorrow, called Coding Badly, where myself and Kevin Lewis do things with Battlesnake that shouldn't be done, and one of them is controlling a Battlesnake with facial recognition and then making the rest of the casting crew play that. So yeah. Anyway, so 1 win to Master Chief. Here we go, game 2. Master Chief timed out straight into the wall. They did not want their lead. They did not want to sweep. CLJ Hench ran into the wall by Volderbeer. That is quite the upset. The snake that kept running people into the walls timed out, and then CLJ Hench got ran into a wall by a completely different snake. Army just going big and having a grand time. Look at them. They're just going left to right.
Having a nice time.
They've deviated. Can't be talking about them.
They're like, I can do other things.
Yeah, I have other capabilities. That looked like Amy was going to go for a head-to-head, and then Volderbeer turned away. Slipping up there. We're getting to the... Okay, so around like 17, 18 is when snakes start to appear in at least 3 quadrants, which I feel like is a decisive length. That's a good board control length, because now they're really starting to cause a problem for Volderbeer. They are everywhere that Volderbeer wants to be all the time.
Yeah, look at that. They keep.
This is terrifying.
I feel like they're not chasing their tail anymore, and they're barely chasing.
They've lost. Yeah, one of the weird things about wrapped maps is it disrupts the alignment of the grid. So normally, like, snakes are like a certain offset, and they just managed to close them off. Nowhere for Volderbeer to go. They could have. Oh no, they couldn't. They could loop around here. If Volderbeer had turned left here, they would have got out and they'd be safe. But they went up one too many, and now they can't go left.
No, they can't. Yeah. Ooh,
Well done, Amy.
See, the little pockets are dangerous. Chat says, what determines snake color? Yes, developers can pick it. So that's what we talk about. Like, we talk about snake branding, which is like the whole thing, their name and their color, and the head and the tail they can also pick. So
should we take a little detour to the API?
Ooh.
Yes, there we go. Here's the info that a snake can set. So when you set up your snake, you get to give it, your author name, the like snake owner, a color, just a hex code. You get to choose your head and your tail from a big library of heads and tails, and you unlock more as you play and participate in certain things. Right. And this is the first endpoint that the Battlesnake game hits to set up your snake and set your colors, and then you're good to go. Okay. So that was a win for Army. That was game 2. Let's get up game 3. I love it when we have new folks watching Battlesnake. It's just...
Yes, great questions.
Love all the questions. Keep them coming, folks.
Yeah.
So we've got 1 game to Master Chief, and Master Chief did time out, so we're keeping a close eye on Master Chief again. 1 win to Army, and we're seeing Volderbeer try on some of those aggressive running people into the walls tactics. This is feeling like the most like competitive group we've had so far.
Bracket.
There's some real monsters in this group.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Master Chief, don't time out. They did not time out. They're in the game. Okay. We are off. Volderbeer nearly making early death mark. CLJ Hench keeps getting caught in those corners, and now Army got revenge on Volderbeer for chasing, like giving them such a run around last game. Managed to do a lovely head-to-head. We've got, so now it's Master Chief, who likes to run people into the walls, and Army. And Master Chief currently has the size lead, which is a bad spot for Army to be in. When there's a snake that is this aggressive, it's got the lead on you. Oh, sorry, people don't like my mouse. There we go, we're off. Okay, where are we up to? So the lead has closed. Army has flipped the script. Army has overtaken Master Chief. And they've decided on sides of the board. Army's living on the right and Master Chief's on the left. Oh, taking a dip into Army's territory. And now they're swapping. We're gonna have a little chill game here. We're just gonna mind in their own business.
They're just kind of hanging out in their separate zones. Look at that.
Yeah. You will notice,
it's a nice
viewers,
color
that
combo.
isn't it? It's quite pleasing actually.
Right?
It's kind of like mustard and pickles.
Yeah.
It's a ploughman's salad of.
Look at all this
Battlesnake.
food. Oh no, they had to eat it all. Oh,
Yeah.
What?
So what I was about to say.
Look at
Look
at this board state. There's snake everywhere.
Or food. Look, everyone. Twilio logo has appeared. Signal has been blessed.
It's a sign.
So you will notice, even though these snakes are trying to avoid food because they're running out of room, there's only so much they can do to avoid it. The snake will keep the food will keep spawning in. It will keep filling up the space, and if the snakes don't eat it, eventually they'll have no choice. They will have to eat it, and that is, kind of what happened here, with food continuing to fill in, and eventually Master Chief comes in and says, I'm gonna finish off Army. It has the length advantage here as long as it can get into a head-to-head position. Here, there's only one place for Army to go, and that is into Master Chief's helmet. And so Master Chief takes the win, and that does mean that Master Chief is moving through to the semi-finals, our first semi-finalist of Group C. Congratulations, Master Chief. Let's go see who's going to be the second semi-finalist of Group C.
I do feel like even if you're not doing the head-to-heads, because this map, I think it's challenging to get that to happen. You still have like this power to push the snake around because they want to. It's like a magnetism where they want to like avoid your head, even though. So you can. It's more ways to do area control.
Yeah. And they have such narrow, like these one tile corridors through these sections are really, really nasty.
Brutal.
Props to the map designer. The map design has been out of control the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, it's pure evil.
I said the last couple of seasons. That's the time we've had map design.
Yeah, since we've had map design, it's been very, very cool and fun.
Yeah. Okay, we have an empty pocket now that Master Chief has moved on. It is a free snake group, so a little bit easier. If Army takes this, that is it. But Volbear has been really challenging, and CLG Hench, now that the snake running people into walls is gone, might have a chance to shine. Here we go. I've highlighted rules. There we go. A little more space. Ooh, CLJ Hench and Volbear having a little tangle.
Tiny CLJ Hench hasn't even... There you go.
Can't deal with it because we're not. Snakes aren't allowed to stay small. It stresses me out. Okay. Everyone's kind of similar size. I'm really keeping an eye on CLJ Hench. Oh, no, they timed out. Oh, no, that was an error. They didn't time out. They actually errored. They had some sealing, but they returned an invalid move.
How did they do that?
Yeah, it happens. Probably, again, algorithmic complexity. Something has not reached where it should have reached, and they didn't quite finish their work. Ami just, without Master Chief to pressure it, just get in huge. And just a really clean head-to-head.
Wow!
Again,
look at that.
Oh yeah. Volbear couldn't turn around. This is a difficult.
No, this
is a brave thing to do. I think. We can see both snakes doing it here, actually. But I think blocking
you don't
off...
leave yourself an exit. Yeah, you gotta leave yourself an exit. That's tough to... I feel like that's tough to code in, Stick
yeah,
to
you'd have to detect
wall,
the hazard.
Like detect that you're in between two, there's only two squares.
Yeah.
So.
Interesting. Have a quick look at chat. Everyone in chat's chill. All right. So that's Army going through. That is the end of Group C. We have Army going through to semi-finals. That leaves us one group left to do, and that is Group D.
Final group now.
Until tomorrow. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Couldn't have planned it better.
Even with the distance, we're
Cross Atlantic's a cappella supergroup.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's hovering Hobbs.
Jorts.
Shorts.
This is our last group. Signal already. It is our last group. Emotional. But again, we'll be back tomorrow for the semi-finals. Don't cry. It's fine. But we've got some great snakes in here. Let's journey over. We have another weird language. We had a shout out for COJ Henchman, a closure snake. Boundless Scuttlecoil is a crystal snake.
What is crystal?
Yeah.
I
Crystal
love it
is
already.
like a Ruby VM dialect, or is it a Ruby-like language, its own VM? It was a Ruby spin-off at some point, and I can't remember what else about Crystal. I haven't seen Crystal for a long time. Then Hovering Hobbs is Rust, Snake Drop is Rust, and 2020 Fall is a complete mystery. We have no idea what 2020 Fall is all about. Okay.
No, now.
210 says this is a crazy group, which is good. That's scary to see. I'm wondering what's going to happen. Okay.
I feel like we just did a group that was really intense. This is going to be another intense group.
We love an intense group. Here we
go.
Hovering Hobbs, the Puffin, bottom right. Boundless Scuttlecoil, the Crystal Snake, top left. 2024, our Mystery Snake, top right. And Snake Drop. I need a fun fact about Snake Drop. Rust has won a lot of tournaments.
Yeah.
Has won Fall League last year in Platinum and won Winter Classic last year. And it was a finalist in the Summer League. So,
wow.
Okay, scary Brecker.
Woo.
Wow, okay.
Wow.
And the Corey and Ebb Drop, so Ebb Drop and Corey, Hovering Hobbs and Corey were narrowly pushed out of the elite brackets. That's the higher tier of play. Platinum is the second highest tier. So these are borderline elite snakes.
Top tier. This is the top elite tier.
Oh, Ebb Drop's in chat. Welcome, Ebb Drop.
Hey.
Sorry, I interrupt. She's saying tippity top.
No, it's okay. I think we'll all survive.
Okay, here we go. No timeouts. Oh, the jorts are on display. It's really disorientating seeing a color snake.
Yeah, with all the multicolors, just one high def snake.
We lost Snake Drop to coming back on themselves, so I think they were probably avoiding a head-to-head. We'll rewind and see what happened there at the end of this game. Hovering Hobbs staying small, staying slim. Boundless Scuttlecoil just going for it in multiple sections. Oh, intruding on Hobbs' space, so they bullied them out of that quadrant. They're going top to bottom. But they're chasing Hobbs, and they suffered for it. They got pushed against the wall by Hobbs. Well done, Hobbs. So 2022 Fall and Hovering Hobbs. We love these duel situations. And both snakes are very similar sizes, but we're keeping to our sides.
The farther the puffin head gets away from its little legs.
It's so disturbing.
So unnatural.
Totally. Chat, do you see why I hate the pants bottoms now? Oh.
Cut off. Whoa.
Yeah. Hovering Hobbs got the size advantage and decided enough is enough. I'm fed up of running around in the loop. I'm going to go for 2022 Fall.
Look at that.
Makes it turn back on itself. Let's rewind and see what happened to Snake Drop. Rewinding through hundreds of turns. We still need the little rewind sound. I can hit R.
You can hit R.
Ooh,
whoa, look at nice. Thanks, Booth.
Okay, it was pretty. Where did you do it? There. Okay.
Hey,
yeah, they got bullied by.
Boundless Scuttlecoil is just spinning and blocks them off.
That is clever. But like they were spinning there for a long time. Why did they even put themselves? Oh, I see. So they went down. Yeah.
Yeah, hey, look at that.
Huh. Well done, Boundless Scuttlecoil. Yeah. Big brain play.
Yeah. By spinning in a circle.
Okay, that's one win to Hobbs. Jorts.
Jorts are winning.
Okay, game 2. Here we go. No timeouts in this one, which is very exciting to see. The latencies are high, though. I'm not going to look at them. I might scare them. Snake Drop was chasing Corey there for a minute. Oh, we've lost Boundless Scuttlecoil to a head-to-head with Snake Drop. Snake Drop getting revenge. It says no spinning for you today.
You're done.
Yeah. Had enough of your nonsense. Oh, Hobbs is scaring me. And it got taken out by Fall.
Just as Fall was kind of going by.
Yeah. Just a little snack on the way past. Oh, snake drop.
Oh boy.
Trying to go for full there.
They left themselves space there to turn around though.
They did.
Which is
It's
smart.
really looking for an entrance.
Oh my goodness. They're filling the sides.
Ooh.
Look at that tiling. That's
Tail
such
chasing.
a great use of space. Oh.
Time.
What
Oh,
happened
that's an
there?
error. We've got an error on that one. Little red exclamation mark. So yeah, here they just error.
And
They
look
just go
at
out.
this. I feel like, oh no, okay.
What's up?
I was like, would Snake Drop have died if they? But no, they were.
No,
tail
they would
chasing
have tail
quite well
chased
there.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
Oh,
good.
hang on a minute. Oh. Yeah, sorry, was having a conversation with the voice in my head. The booth has just noticed that full is dead, whatever, because they can't go to the left because Snake Drop is in the way. So this might not be an error. This might be 2022 full realizing they're dead and throwing the game. Is what's probably
not
happened
getting
here.
a move in. They're just like, whatever, man.
It's like I'm done. I'm not wasting
Whatever, I
CPU
don't wanna
cycles on
play
this
anymore.
nonsense. Table flip. They're out.
They just took their marbles and left.
Yep, yep. Well done, Snake Drop. That's a win for Snake Drop. So a 1 win for Corey, 1 win for Snake Drop. Let's get that game out of the way. And what have I done? There we go.
What have
Okay.
you done? Okay, we're good.
We're getting to the Amsterdam time where I forget how my mouse works. Right, game number 3. 1 win for Snake Drop, 1 win for Hovering Hobbs. Here we go. So, I want to watch the continuing rivalry between Snake Drop and Scuttle Coil. I'm excited
Who will
for
get
that.
who this time around?
Yeah. Oh, they went for it. Oh,
They don't like each other.
Oh, they are just and Hovering Hobbs took out Scuttle Coil. whilst Hovering Hobbs was avoiding Snake Drop. Sorry, while Scuttle Coil was avoiding Snake Drop, Hovering Hobbs got in there.
Got so busy, didn't see
Yeah.
Hovering Hobbs' little puffin face.
Couldn't hear the jorts flapping in the wind.
Why would they?
Oh, that's tight for Snake. Because they're obviously not very... Puffin legs are too skinny. They're not very fitted jorts.
They're not fitted jorts. Is what
They're
we're
not fitted
doing.
jorts. These little... Oh, Snake Drop ran out of space. Squeezed out by 2022 fall. Have we seen these two? Yes, we... Wait. Yes, we did.
I feel like 2022 fall is like lasting till the end often,
Yeah.
but they don't have a win on the board yet. But
I mean, this is their first tournament. Oh no, sorry, hang on. They came in. They played. Sorry, they won.
They
They
did.
were a finalist in Full League Platinum. This is not their
Yeah.
first tournament by any stretch of the
So
imagination.
this is 2022 fall, but was there 2021 fall?
Yes, and they were Platinum
They
finalists.
were. Yeah, exactly. They have
They're an experienced
have
Snake.
a snake.
Coriar reckons that Fall is erroring at places. That might be from the previous
Are
game.
you seeing that? Are you seeing little errors? I'm keeping an eye on
Haven't
it
seen
now.
anything.
I'm watching.
Yeah, it's probably from the previous game.
It's a small latency.
We're
though.
just we've settled into a thing here. Get out your camping chairs, everyone. This game's
Yeah.
going to turn 500. We're at turn
We're
4,
getting it. We're
60,
getting it.
70,
Oh,
80,
I think we're in some sort of like
90,
infinity loop here.
turn 500. And then we
Oh,
509.
Hey, what
And
happened?
what finished it off?
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
The jorts.
just
They
ran
got
out of
blocked
room.
by the jorts. And they couldn't tail chase? They chose
They
not
just
to tail
they
chase.
stopped tail chasing? Did they?
Maybe they
They
did.
were. Oh, hang on. No, yeah, they didn't need to eat. So we can still on the health bar. Still got plenty of health. They weren't in need of eating. So they didn't eat, so they can still continue to tail chase. But they just go right. They just go right. But Hovering Hobbs, with its patience. Yeah, I mean we get an error, but this is after it's made the decisive moves. I think this is the Snake deciding it's done again. Yeah, just a weird decision. That sometimes happens. Who can predict the whims of a Snake? At the end of the day, the programmer's right. The algorithms, they decide the Snake's behavior, but it's gonna do what it wants to do.
Snake and a snake.
Snake and a Snake. So that was
Right.
Hobbs goes through. That's the second win for Hovering Hobbs. They are now taken out of the group, and that leaves us with Fall, Bound the Scuttle Coil, and Snake Drop. Oh, yep. Sorry, chat's calling out that error we were seeing was after it was in the bad spot. So the error is what took it to the right. So it's probably the error that led to the lack of tail chasing. Thank you, chat. Cool. Alrighty.
Chat, I'm so glad you're paying attention.
Yeah. We love chat. And congratulations, Coriar, in chat for going through.
Yay!
Very well deserved. Okay.
So we gotta play another. Yeah.
We've got potentially more than one. Who do you think's going through?
I want to see 2022 get a win on the board. I feel like they could.
Okay.
I mean, Snake Drop's the obvious choice.
Yeah.
I just want to see 2022 get a win on there. I feel like they deserve it.
They have been trying hard.
Scuttle Coil is fun though. I do like watching them spin around. Not enough spinning in snakes anymore, you know? That used to be the
old days where chicken snaking was the move.
Chicken snaking, where you just hide in a corner and spin while the other snakes eat each other.
Problem is they got rid of the corners. Look, nowhere to hide.
It's true. There's no real good corners anymore. Yeah, it's a great
Actually,
point.
the pockets in the arcade maze map were excellent. So
Yeah.
anyway, let's go.
Nostalgia.
Oh, I missed my
memory lane there.
I just went to slam my spacebar at the start of the game, and I actually missed the spacebar. That is where we're at, chat.
Oh, it's really close. Oh.
Here we go. Snake Drop with a super commanding lead already, doubling up its size. Scuttle Coil scuttling about, no other way for it. It's slid between two snakes beautifully. It's got a whole quadrant of food to itself, but it's still being conservative, doesn't want to get too big. Snake Drop though. Oh, Snake Drop out. Eliminated by a hazard. We'll have to replay that and see what happened. I think it might have got squeezed out by Scuttle Coil looking at where it went out on the board.
So this is 2022 fall. This is your time.
This is it. Both these snakes, this is them. Either one of them is getting their first win on the board, which we love to see. It's just a question of who.
Spread it out.
And will they be able to use that to get their place in the semi-finals in the next game? We'll definitely be doing one more game, that is for certain. There will be at least one more game, and it is full.
There it is.
You got your wish.
Hey, I win.
Let's have a look what happened to Snake Drop. So eyes on Snake Drop. In fact, let's focus them. Eyes on Snake Drop. Why did they go out? They went out in that quadrant, but I think it was after Scuttle Coil was down there.
Living happily right now.
Yeah, here we go. We're coming up to the decisive moment. It's around.
Right.
And then they go back in, and it is a Scuttle Coil. It's Scuttle Coil.
Look at that. They're just filling all the zones. Nowhere to go.
Yeah. Well played, Scuttle Coil. Okay, so that is one win for fall 2022. So we've got at least one more game in us before we have all of our semi-finalists for the end competition tomorrow. Normally, I would suggest we do a Twitch poll. This ain't our channel. We don't have that control.
We can't do it.
So just type in chat, folks, what you think is going to win.
You don't get magic points, but just type in the chat.
You don't get magic internet money,
but
you
think is going to happen?
We can look back at the chat and say that you guessed it.
Exactly, and
I'll mail you some Twitch points.
And sleep well, knowing that you guessed the right snake in a thing you were watching on the internet.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Whilst that internet delay works itself out, let's go ahead and assume everyone put all their votes in. Here we go. Okay.
In now.
I am seeing them come in now. We've got 2024s coming in.
Joe?
I couldn't possibly say because I will cast a curse them.
That's true. We do know
the stakes are too high.
That it transfers to you as the lead caster. Have the power to curse.
I don't think I want that power. That's scary. Chris can keep it. We've got a commanding lead from Snake Drop again, but they need to be careful with that. Scuttle Coil was used against Path. We lost 2022 fall. 2022 fall will not be going through to the semi-finals unless Boundless Scuttle Coil takes this.
Is this your time, Boundless?
We could be going to another game. We could be taking this one as far as it will go. But Ebb Drop has a big lead. Can they put it to use and get that head-to-head? Not then. They tried.
Snake. Although Boundless Scuttle Coil did take them out last game.
They did. Yeah.
It's within them.
It's Snake Drop.
Snake Drop. Look at that. They just come. They literally just dropped. They actually snake dropped. Look at that. I love the happy face too. Just yeah.
Sorry, one moment. Free Phil's trying to use the Cast a Curse command from the Battlesnake channel. That tells you what the Cast a Curse is. Unfortunately, we don't have our commands.
No, we do not.
But the Cast a Curse is Chris, one of the other casters who's not here.
Curtis. Curtis is
Curtis?
the main one.
Curtis is the... Oh, sorry. Yes, it's
Curtis is the
caster.
problem in many ways.
Whenever Curtis talks about a snake on stream, you can guarantee that snake is going to die.
Yeah. It's the caster curse. We don't call it the Curtis curse because it transfers to whoever is the lead if it's not Curtis.
Yeah.
It's you, Joe. You can do it. Anyone can do it.
Anyone can do it. But congratulations, Snake Drop. You are going through to semi-finals, and that does conclude our tournament today. Let's go over to the brackets and have a... That's not the brackets, that's the brackets. And have a little look at all the snakes who have played and won and lost, and see who's going through tomorrow.
Look at this.
So,
we got the groups too. We get to see the groups. Ooh.
So you get a preview of the action tomorrow. So Group A, we've got Army, Big Slamu, Hovering Hobbs, and Space Heater. And Group B, we've got Avoiding Death, Copy, Master Chief, and Snake Drop. We will be watching those snakes tomorrow for the conclusion of the Platinum Tournament. We'll be doing the semi-final games and the finals. So the Platinum Tournament will be wrapping up tomorrow. We will be choosing a winner live on Signal TV. Look at that. Okay, so on the left, this was quarterfinals. We don't care about this. This is gone. We did that yesterday. We're only looking forward. Snakes only move forward. Here in the middle, we have the two groups in the semi-finals. We have semi-final A and semi-final B. Each of these groups is 4 snakes apiece. We'll be looking at these groups one at a time. How do snakes make it into the finals from these groups? They have to win 2 games in their group in order to advance, and we'll be taking 2 snakes from each group. So that means we'll be playing anything between 4 and 6 games per group. So we play semi-finals A. It might be that one of these snakes immediately gets their 2 wins and moves on to the semi-finals. We then continue playing that group minus that snake. So following that point, once a snake moves on, the rest of the group is 3 snakes. 3 snakes. I've been being bullied all day for the fact that I pronounce free with an F rather than a TH.
How dare
so I'm going to
you.
make a big emphasis of 3 snakes. And then we play another series of matches until a snake advances and wins those 2 games again. Once we get to the finals, everything changes. To win the competition, a snake has to get 3 wins. 3 wins. Has to get 3 wins. And then they win. It doesn't have to be in a row. It doesn't have to be consecutively. It's the first snake to 3 total wins will take the competition. And that can go back and forth quite a way. It takes a long time. So let's meet the competitors. Let's meet Group A and get the competition ready to go. Perfect. There we are. Okay, so in this group, let me bring I'm old man eyes. There we go. In this group, we have Army, Big Slamu, Hovering Hobbs, and Space Heater. And you'll see in these little cards lots of information about those snakes. We can see where they're from. Army representing the Netherlands, which is where I'm calling them from. We've got Greg Lever from Canada, Corey from the US, and General Error from Germany. We get tags. Belgium, sorry, I said yesterday I started doing this at least
corrected us hard there.
In my defense, the flag is very small on my monitor.
Sure.
We then have tags telling us about the snakes. We have Ami with Node TypeScript hosted on a Linode server. We have Big Slamu using Go and hosted on DigitalOcean, and they're repping the Monte Carlo tree search algorithm, a lovely and popular way here in Battlesnake to sort out all the game states and find out the best move. We have Hovering Hobbs with Rust hosted on DigitalOcean using Minmax to sort their decision trees. And we have Space Heater with Rust, and who is doing some alpha beta pruning, and who's a specialist in area control that is dominating the board. As you will see from some of this info on here, we have some snakes who are seasoned veterans with Corey and Big Slamu at 6 and 7 competitions. But we have Space Heater coming in, and this is their first competition they've entered. So huge round of applause for Space Heater, making it to the semi-finals of the Platinum Division on their first competition. We love to see it. That is fantastic.
Love to see it. We got a lot of good pants on these snakes also. Joe, how do you feel about that?
I feel very strongly that Hovering Hobbs' puffin pants are absolutely cursed, and I don't want to see snakes with pants. As the chat is saying, this is We do have a snake wearing jorts. This is notable because we have a tradition, something that happens in every competition, where the competitors can choose their favorite snake. So snakes can cheer. You would have seen that on the screen earlier, that there's been 908 cheers. So competitors can go and cheer for other snakes, and the crowd favorite by the end of the season gets to design their own head with the Battlesnake designers, their own head and their own tail. And Coriar did win that previously, and so designed the puffin head and the terrible puffin legs with Jort's tail, which is wonderful, and it's an honor they've earned, and it will haunt me every day we play this game.
We love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Hey, Brent, thanks for joining us. Thanks for hosting us. We're excited to be here.
Oh, thank you.
So that is Group A. Let's get into Group A's games and see who's going forward to the finals. Let me bring a game over. Oh, hang on. I'm still in full screen. Oh, no. How do I exit full screen?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm trapped. Oh, no. That's not the key.
Oh, no. Hey, have you ever thought about what flavor nutrition discs are? Like, are they sweet or savory? You know? Like, is it strawberry? They're pink.
What makes you think they're all the same? I think it's like a bag of Revels.
A what?
Do you have Revels? That might be a very UK reference. Choose your favorite assorted flavor candy bag.
I was thinking like little bolognas, mouse flavored. What? I mean, it should be.
Just a little man, just like with a stick of salami and a knife, just running around the arena, just being like, shh, shh, shh.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Okay. When we get a VR Battlesnake in full and glorious 3D, you can guarantee that man will be there, running around with his salami, cutting it out into the arena. Okay, here we go. Semi-final A, game 1. You've seen the board, you're familiar with it. On the top right, we have Army. On the bottom right, we have Big Slamu. Top left, Hovering Hobbs. And in the bottom left, it is the newbie to the competition, Space Eater. So we will be playing these games. I was holding a pen that just exploded in my hand. It's gone. Okay.
It's too excited about Battlesnake.
It's literally gone. We'll be playing these games until someone wins 2 games. Then we'll be moving down to 3 snakes in this bracket, and then we'll be looking for the next winner. So, game 1. As is tradition, we will need to do a countdown. Aileen, what are we taking it from?
Let's go from 4, because I feel like we did a really good job. We were in sync yesterday, and so I'm pushing my luck hard. Let's do it.
Cool.
From 4.
Okay.
Ready? 4.
Yes. 4.
3.
2.
2. 1.
Battlesnake. Here we go, and they're off. Everyone kind of equal size at the start. Half this group didn't grab their starting food, which is an interesting tactical choice. What is happening? They're all just chilling in their own quadrants.
What is going on?
Unheard of.
They're just chicken snaking in their own quadrants. Finally.
Ami broke the peace. That was bizarre. We didn't see that behavior at all yesterday, and suddenly the snakes, everyone's reprogrammed their snakes overnight. They all decided to call a snake amnesty.
Did anyone do any pushes last night? If anyone's in the chat, really I want to know, did anybody make any last minute changes to their snake last night?
Space Heater did get eliminated by a hazard. They were starving out, and Ami Ami was so close. We were turns away. Hovering Hobbs has got wrapped into the corner by Ami and collided with itself, so now we're down to Big Slamu and Ami. This game has already been so interesting.
Fascinating.
I was not prepared.
Poor Space Heater. We still got more games to play.
We've got a lot more games to play.
Yeah.
We're only getting started.
They get other chances.
Yeah.
Many chances.
Now this looks like yesterday. The snakes on their own side of the board, going top to bottom. Ami being Ami's tail chasing.
A little chunk of Ami kind of coming.
Yeah. And they got it. They said, "What happened to a timeout?" That's a timeout. First timeout of the competition, everyone. So as we were saying, timeouts do happen. This is one of them. You can see Big Slamu is running at 398-ish latency. That's quite close to the limit of 500. So if a tricky decision comes, or if networks, we're going to have a dangerous point there. And here at this point, they're in the corner right next to some hazard, and they unfortunately hit a timeout for whatever reason, whatever happened out there in the cloud, and they did collide with the wall, giving Ami the victory. So well done, Ami, our first winner of the day. Let's get game 2 up and running. You do not understand the psychological torture it is with me trying to resist bending over to pick up the pieces of my pen, which have exploded all over my floor. I'm just leaving it there. Gotta let it lie. Okay. Game 2. So that's 1 to Ami. You can see the score as it currently stands at the bottom of the screen here. So 1 to Ami. Let's see if they do the weird chicken snaking again.
I'm excited, but they didn't eat their food either. Like, what's going on?
Yeah. Just really bizarre. General error in the chat. Look how they massacred my boy. Oh dear. Sorry, Space Eater.
That's
the Space Eater. Yeah.
Got it. Oh, I can see. I can read.
Okay, here we go. They're doing it again.
I can't believe it.
But they all ate their starting food this time. It is very sweet.
Look at them having a nice time.
I want it to just continue for a really long time.
Yeah.
Who's going to break it? Oh, it's hovering Hobbs. The Puffin being rowdy.
Wow. Went right into
Puffin pants.
No, it's on.
No, it's just, everyone's out. Oh, we got another. Oh, no. Big Slamu didn't time out. They just crashed into the hazard. What happened there? Very weird behavior. Maybe it was forced. It might have been a pinch.
We're gonna have to look.
But they could have gone up. They still could have gone up either way. So, yeah, really weird move. Space Heater is squeezed out. I was about to say they're very small. They are smaller snake, and they did get squeezed out by hovering Hobbs into the hazard. Hovering Hobbs it's got the lead, but only just. Oh, those are the Puffin pants sticking out the wall. You hate to see it.
The long-necked Puffin is really unsettling. Oh.
There's snake everywhere. I can't tell which quadrants.
I know, they're too close colored too.
Yeah, it's just nonsense now. It's like the Microsoft Pipes screensaver. And the hovering Hobbs' lead is growing, which at this time, at this length, with this little space, is not an advantage. It's just going to reduce the amount of area they have to play in. That was very hairy. Oh, hovering Hobbs needs to stop doing those dips across the segments. Oh, they managed to. That was a really classy tail chase. I like this tail chasing. This tail chasing. That's it.
Oh, look at that!
Look, a lovely cut across.
Look at that. Just cuts off their ability to chase.
Absolutely calculate. And actually, when you look at it, so at this game state here, Hobbs has blocked this. There's blocked the bottom right, blocked the two right walls, blocked the top one, blocked the left. Ami can only go up. And then Hobbs cuts straight through. Absolutely brutal kill.
Yeah. That's
very well earned.
So maybe this is the goal. What size is hovering Hobbs? 35. This is the perfect size for blocking all the doors.
You might not like it, but this is what the ultimate snake body looks like. Okay. Game 3. We've got 1 for Ami, 1 for hovering Hobbs. Either of those snakes could go through. But the other snakes have been performing well. We might end up going all the way. Hey, Corey's in chat. Oh, Big Slamu straight into timeout into Ami. Sorry, Big Slamu. Greg Lever's snake really struggling today in this competition. Greg Lever, a veteran of many Battlesnake competitions, has been with us for quite a few seasons and performed well. But today is not the day. Space Heater falling behind in size, but still in the game, not being forced into the wall by anyone this time. Greg Lever's been cursed today. Ami picking up steam, really getting the advantage in size, and with 3 snakes on the board, it's going to be hard for the other 2 who are confined to their quadrants to catch up, whilst Ami has run of the whole bottom of the board. Hobbs makes a go at it and gets shooed back down, and Space Eater annihilates Ami, traps it into the corner. That was a proof, as we were saying earlier, head-to-head collisions aren't the only way to eliminate another snake. If you can get your body in the way and cut them off, you can take out a far bigger snake, and Space Heater did use that against Ami. So Space Heater, first time making it this far in this group so far. And now it gets Hobbs is on it. Look, Hobbs is covering all the exits.
He's trying to block out the little. That's so neat. I feel probably like doing that.
They squeezed out. Space Heater is doing the same thing. And then Hobbs' body,
keep enough tail body just to block out a door or two, and that's all it takes.
Beautiful game. So this is our third winner. These games are spreading. We've got three snakes with 1 apiece. And we're joined by another veteran of Battlesnake, Jay Lafayette, over from the Battlesnake community into the Twilio channel. Welcome.
So we need 2 wins from one of these snakes to move them into the finals.
Oh, I reckon. Who we left? Big Slamu. I reckon Greg's gonna get a hand on the ball and take this group as far as it can go.
I like that. Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, there was Stephen Nick said there was a Twilio icon in there. We missed it.
Oh,
Look out for the 4 food. The
wait.
brand strategy, as Nathaniel called it yesterday. Okay. Here we go. Game 4 already. Keep an eye on Big Slamu. It's their chance. We've lost Hovering Hobbs. I don't know what happened there. Straight into the wall with really low milliseconds. So I think that might be something going wrong with the server there. But they were in Ami's section. Maybe they got forced. We'll rewind it and have a look.
That's not a timeout. So
no, it wasn't a timeout. Space Heater needs to eat. They need to eat. They need to. They did eat. Okay, we're good. Yeah, that's so small. So small.
Little tiny Space Heater.
Won't heat much space at all. Ami struggling to get the lead they had in the last game. Big Slamu doing well. This I told you it's gonna be Big Slamu's game. We're gonna get a winner piece for each snake. I believe.
I love the branding with Big Slamu. I looked up the show.
You looked it up?
Yeah.
Yes. Was I right?
Is that 90s?
Yeah.
It was the 80s.
It's got I mean I watched it, so it's got to be 90s.
Called? Street Sharks?
Street Sharks, yeah.
Street Sharks.
Yeah, it just came to me in a flash yesterday. My childhood just washed back into my brain and was like,
pants, and you're so angry, and you're like, I know why.
The shark with pants nearly went out.
They chased their tail out.
And that is Space Heater out. This is Big Slamu's in with a shot.
Big Slamu's just chasing everybody's tails. It's a good. Ooh, boy.
We've done it. Every snake has a win in this group before we've even eliminated one snake.
What a good group we have here. Big Slamu is the top of the platinum board too. They're number 1.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Makes sense. Oh yes, let's do a rewind to see what happened to Hobbs. Thank you, Boo, for reminding me. Okay, so Hobbs is top left. We're having a look how Hobbs went out so early into the hazard. Yeah, it was forced by Ami. Why didn't they go down? They could have gone down.
Maybe they didn't like how Space Heater's face was right there?
Yeah.
That's kind of close, I guess.
Also, they could have tailed chase. No, wait. No, they couldn't have tailed.
Not quite.
They couldn't have tailed chase. So, Ami eats a food there, and I was wondering if they didn't eat.
Oh.
But yeah, no, they can't. No, they wouldn't. They still wouldn't be able to tail chase. Corey, what's going on?
Hey, Corey.
Tell us, Corey.
Tell us.
Read your snake's brain to us. Oh, Corey's gonna look at it on Corey's stream next Sunday. Wonderful. Oh. Okay, well done, Big Slamu. That is every snake in the group has a win. So one of these snakes is going through this game. There is no way about it. We are now in sudden death territory. The next 2 games is gonna choose the finalists. So here we go. Who's it gonna be? Once again, the snake amnesty is on. How many turns will it last? Oh, it will last for like 27 turns, and then Space Heater's going to break it.
Never again. We're never going to see that again.
Yeah. Big Slamu lost on the head-to-head with Hovering Hobbs, eaten by a bigger snake. Great question from Fifth Now. I'll come back to that Fifth Now. Fifth Now asked, can they replay their games and see what happened? We'll talk about that shortly. Ami absolutely slammed into the wall by Hovering Hobbs. Hovering Hobbs wants to be the first finalist. They are taking names. Dominating the board. How long will Space Heater last? Will Space Heater trick them out of this win? Only a little bit ahead in terms of size. We've got chat cheering for Hobbs. Everyone loves the puffin pants.
Everyone loves jorts.
Everyone loves jorts. Or racing through the gaps. This is hairy.
The way they keep meeting up.
They're mirroring each other.
There's some synchronicity happening there. Interlinked.
This is starting to get stressful.
This is dizzying to watch also.
Space Heater keeps making attempts.
Yeah, Space Heater's trying to come in to bug Hobbs, but Hobbs is just denying them every time because they're slightly larger, which is just enough to be like,
still
get away
got
from
the
my
lead.
face. Get out of my
only
face.
Just. Space Heater's closing the gap, but strategically, selectively.
I feel like neither of them are that interested in getting much bigger either. They tend to be avoiding food. Hovering Hobbs will eat like 2 food at a time. Oh, never mind.
Just ate 4 at a time.
Yeah.
Like you call me a liar?
Yeah, I'll eat. I can eat. I could eat.
Yeah, I think they're just each waiting for their window.
Yeah.
Gonna go the distance. We're about to hit 500 turns.
Trying to like get the timing right so that they're their head is in the right place, and then he's gonna
like that. That's it for Hobbs.
Oh wow!
That was a mistake.
I didn't go in
Why?
there.
I guess
Hobbs,
it didn't want
why'd you
to
go
tail chase.
Didn't want to go.
Oh no! Hang on.
It's
It's the food. It's the food. Yeah.
Had to eat.
Our eyes moving across the game at the same pace there, as we both noticed the health bar.
Like,
Had to eat. Food takes priority, but once it was in here, no way out. Rough game.
Tough. Shouldn't have eaten all 4 of those food in
Yeah.
when they went by I want to say the last turn, but
Enormous comeback though for Space Heater. Space Heater knocked out of those first 2 games really early, came back in the 3rd game to get a win on the board, and then it's the first snake through. And a reminder, the other snakes in this group are veterans. They've been in multiple competitions. This is Space Heater's first. So congratulations, Space Heater. You are our first finalist today.
Hooray.
You are going through, and now we have 3 snakes left in the group. I know. Look, it's going to happen. I'm very conscious of it every time I say it now.
on purpose.
It's a dialect thing, apparently. I was informed by a linguistics researcher watching the stream. Okay, here we go. 3 snakes left in this group. Ami, Big Slamu, and Hovering Hobbs. Congratulations, General Error. Who's going to be the next one going through? This is the last game for Group A. Acacia says, sometimes I also get stuck in precarious situations because I needed to eat.
Both.
Don't we all?
Don't we all? Yeah, I hear that.
So I'm a huge early lead, double the size of the nearest snake. Hobbs is closing that distance as fast as they can.
Big Slime is not interested in eating, just staying a little bit bigger than they were before.
For their terrifying
Eat
genes.
food when they have to, but not a second sooner.
Hobbs is coming for them. Hobbs is going for Big
Hobbs
Slamu
is
so
really
hard.
after, yeah, that's scary. It's
and they're
funny
gone.
Ami. Wow, Ami just comes out, snaps their face off, and just goes back in where they came from.
Beautiful head-to-head. So it's Ami or Hovering Hobbs. Ponchalov said, who is this Space Heater guy? It is General Error in chat. They're in chat with you, Ponchalov. And Hovering Hobbs takes it with a head. Wait, hang on. Eliminated by hazard. Where was? Oh, wow. Hovering Hobbs stuck between the tail and the head.
Look at this.
Wait, no, this was some. Oh, there. Hobbs could turn. Okay, this is one of those. This is actually a game state that's not possible to have in a non-wrapped situation because wrapping weirds out the alignment of the grid. But yeah, here would normally be at risk of a head-to-head, but Army can't. Even though they're bigger, they can't go for Hobbs' head because Hobbs has a turn to move, so they are presented with the neck, and so Army takes the route through the hazard rather than giving Hobbs the satisfaction of a body kill, and takes themselves out of the competition. So well done, Hovering Hobbs, our second finalist. This group makes me sad because these games were all fantastic. Everyone here deserves to be in the finals. This is, well done to the folks who went through, but this could have gone anyway. I think really could have gone anyway.
Just goes to show we've got a top tier Boomba here.
Well, now you said Boomba, you need to explain it for the
Boomba
Twilio crowd. We haven't said Boomba.
We didn't say Boomba yesterday. Y'all, a Boomba is a group of Battlesnakes because a group of Rattlesnakes is a Roomba. Did you know that?
Now you do.
So then a Boomba is Battlesnakes.
And that is what Roomba, the Hoovers, are named after.
It's just a group of rattlesnakes. They named their vacuum after a group of snakes.
Yep.
Why?
Brad, we're not on that channel. You can't use those commands.
Come on.
Yes.
Next, here we go.
We're on to Group B. So that is Group A. We're done already on the semi-finals, Group A. Now on to Group B, and then we'll be on to the finals. Let's bring on the cards for Group B. So here's the Group B competitors. We have Avoiding Death, copy of Snake 2 _V3 _final 1 by Bold Big Flank. We have Master Chief and Snake Drop. Going through the technologies and the tags on these cards, Avoiding Death is a Go Snake utilizing Monte Carlo, hosted on Heroku. Bold Big Flank is a favorite of mine because they are a TypeScript snake hosted on a Raspberry Pi in Bold Big Flank's home. We love to see the home hosters. And I think you also, Bold Big Flank, were you saying in Discord that you're using ngrok to reveal that snake to the internet as well? Master Chief is a complete mystery. We don't know anything about them. Their helmet is firmly on, revealing no information at all, except this is their 5th competition entered, and they have a terrifyingly high win rate of 35.7, a solid 7 points over any of the competition. And we have Snake Drop, who is a Rust, Alpha Beta, Min-Max, absolute tree pruning monster snake, and they're all between 20 and 30th in the competition. So those are our competitors. Everyone similarly matched in terms of expertise and time in the league at 4 and 5 games. Not going to be much of a difference there. Let's see how they do in our first Group B. Oh, so Bold Big Flank said only ngrok for testing, dynamic DNS otherwise. Wonderful. Okay, top right we have Avoiding Death. Copy of Snake is bottom left, Master Chief is top left, and Snake Drop is bottom right. Here we go. Game 1, semifinals B. Will it be as hotly contested as Group A? Let's find out. Okay, straight away they're not doing any of the spinning nonsense. They're out. Ebb Drop has collided into a hazard. That was a body force, I believe. We'll go back and see who did it. No major size advantages. Avoiding Death staying a little bit small compared to the others. But otherwise, all pretty normal. We've got Copy blocking some exits for Master Chief. Starting to divide out into their sections now. As people, we just lost Avoiding Death to Master Chief's body. Hotting up. Copy's really getting the size advantage over Master Chief. We say advantage. We saw several times yesterday that the longer snake was able to be outplayed by the smaller snake as they ran out of room to play. And that does look like it's happening here. Master Chief managed to block off Copy as it tried to go through the top wrap point. And did it again! We saw this from Master Chief yesterday. Master Chief was an absolute monster at cutting people off yesterday in their games, and here you can see it beautifully happening on the top left. The Copy of literally has nowhere to go. They've made a tunnel of their own body there in the top right segment. They can only come out of that wrap point. Master Chief on the bottom left comes worming straight down and blocks them off and gets the body kill. Let's rewind to the beginning and see who took out Snake Drop. So we've got Snake Drop in the bottom right segment. It was Copy.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, so this is a tricky position. We see this happen a lot in the the standard map. In the standard map, which is just a big empty map, no hazards, no wrap. If you're the smaller snake and you end up on the outside column or outside row, and a bigger snake is on the inside, they can just run you into a wall because you can never turn left. You can never get out of the turn, right? Mm-hmm. So here, Snake Drop can't go left because it will be a head-to-head. And Copy of is a size bigger, so they're just going to get run straight into the nearest hazard, which is exactly what happens. They could have gambled. I mean, here we see Copy of Snake turns left, probably, either they might be assuming that they've forced this, or they're just, not actually doing the behavior we think they're doing. They're not forcing this encounter. But, if you're running the analysis, you're going to say that that's going to be a head-to-head if you go left, so you end up going into the hazard. So very well done in our first game of the group. Let me fire up the next one.
We had a question in chat about Bold Big Flank. They've got a really small, really low ping. Are they doing a tree search at all? We don't see any notes about them doing it.
No, I think Bold Big Flank did answer that question yesterday, so they might be able to provide some insight. You also just reminded me that Fifth Now asked a really great question, which was when can snakes go and look at their former games? So you can, on the platform, you can go see the games that your snakes have participated in. It doesn't necessarily help with debugging though, because you don't have the game states for turn by turn from that. So what a lot of snakes do, or a lot of the higher level competition snakes do, is they will actually log and store every game they're participating in. When you get the request from Battlesnake, it not only contains the game state in terms of snakes and moves and stuff, but it also contains some meta information about the game that's taking place. It has a game ID. Every game state, every state sent has the turn number, and so some snakes will log those to DBs. So there's some. I think it's Fable who has the really intense it might be Prometheus setup, or Grafana might be a really intense Grafana setup to like look at all their snake data. And so in cases like this, when they see a weird game, they'll go back into their logs and try and work out what happened. Okay. Bulby Flank says no tree search, just a group of algorithms giving each other a direction. Sorry, giving each direction a preference. Amazing. And VNL says there's a Firefox plugin called Battlesnake Downloader to download the game requests afterwards. There's some really cool tools built by the community. If you check out the awesome Battlesnake repo on GitHub, you'll find a bunch of really cool tools. So yeah, okay. Here we go. Game 2, semi-final B, 1 win to Master Chief.
Yeah.
Ebb drop state into avoiding death space. Sorry, you were going to say?
Will Master Chief just take it? After
Might just slam someone.
The most games we could play the last one.
Yeah, we just sweep this one.
Everybody's living pretty happily together. It's always like, stressful when all snakes survive for this long.
There's some big size swings though, and we've lost Master Chief to a head-to-head with Snake Drop. Snake Drop got huge and took out Master Chief. Yep. And we lost Copy by a hazard, forced out. I think they were forced by Snake Drop. So Snake Drop's back out for vengeance this time. So now totally going for avoiding death. Different
final 2 than the last game.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is another one that could go the distance.
Yeah, this is a good group of snakes. It's good Boomba.
Well, that's why they're the semi-finalists.
Yeah. And this is like a reminder that this is platinum. So there's snakes that are even hard to believe, but apparently better than these snakes.
Yeah. And in the meantime, we lost Snake Drop. This was a classic case of tail not moving when food. So a common tactic to get out of a bind is to follow another snake's tail. However, when a snake grows from eating food, their tail does not move. So here you can see avoiding death on the right is about to eat 3 food in a row. Snake Drop's face is right up against that tail. Snake Drop is in that space. There's nowhere to go. They want to try and tail chase out to get out of that space. But because avoiding death is eating food, that tail's not going to move, and so Snake Drop collides.
Denied.
That's where they go. Freefill says, I think I realized why I got all of the 500 millisecond timeouts yesterday. I got caster cursed. That is not fair.
It's your fault, Jim.
We take no responsibility. You're assuming me. You're also casting here. I mean,
hey, I don't know. We haven't seen me cast or curse someone yet, have we? I don't.
Free Frill was Cooler Snake, which you were talking about.
I did talk about
extensively.
I did. That's right.
You've got
it was
the curse.
Coolest Snake because they were the coolest snake
See?
and they had Cooler Snake, and then they went and they got another snake. So it's true. Okay, well maybe that's why we call it caster curse and not Joe curse.
Yeah. Mycacius asked, "What's better than platinum?" The Little Known Mineral Elite, and you can see that in action at a date next
Saturday,
week.
Next Saturday.
November 12th. Cool. Okay, here we go.
You'll hear more at the end.
Semi-final B, game 3. Here we go. Again, it's fairly standard run out that we've been seeing the last couple of games from this group. Ebb Drop being the main aggressor, moving between segments. This time fending off avoiding death out of that segment. I think it's going to be a lot. There's no big, huge size swings. Oh, we've lost Ebb Drop to Copy of Snake's body. That might have been they tried to tail chase. I only saw the tail. That might have been an eating situation. And avoiding death has timed out into a hazard. You hate to see it. But now we're back to Copy and Master Chief. Master Chief in these duel situations tends to slam people into walls, but doesn't have the size advantage at the moment to force an encounter. Let's see, we've got Battlesnake developers exchanging technical notes in the chat. You're seeing live Battlesnake development in action.
And we've got all kinds of, anyone can build a Battlesnake. We've got a great community. We've got a Discord. We've got tons of people who are willing to help. Ooh, we got a winner.
We got a win.
Also.
And as predicted, it was Master Chief coming through and cutting off Copy.
Look at that. As they do.
As they do. Absolute monster.
For Master Chief.
We're here to give the booth credit for this one. They looked away like a Michael Bay movie as they took that win. Look at them turning the corner. Too cool guys don't look at explosions as they walk away. Yeah. Well done, Master Chief. That does mean Master Chief is going away to the finals, and so we've got one snake left. Paul Big Flank says Master Chief has been doing this to me for months.
So sorry.
That's rough. Being bullied in the league tables.
We do get, so we pulled Master Chief out, and so we got another snake that gets to go through here.
So Bold Big Flank gets some space.
Another chance. Now there's no Master Chief to bully you into walls.
So, Free Snakes, we still have a lot of space here. If Avoiding Death wins, that's it for this group. But, Ebb Drop and Copy could still have a chance to take a win. Let's see if they make it. Everyone's comparing plugin notes. We've already lost Avoiding Death, another timeout into a hazard. Really unfortunate at this stage of the competition.
So that means we got some more games to play.
Not necessarily. Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're right. Avoiding Death is one of the ones who got the first win. It's me forgetting the snake names, and it's Ebb Drop.
Hey, wow.
Oh, this is nasty. Look at this. Ebb Drop at a mere size of 16. Ebb Drop in 3 segments, forging a path for Copy.
Closing the door here.
Is there any way they could have gotten out of this? It just isn't, is there?
No.
They're just
that's
doomed.
Tough.
Absolutely doomed from so far ahead.
Enter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's
really rough. Oof. It makes me uncomfortable. Snake Drop, you monster.
Sorry, Bold Big Flank.
Okay, here we go. So now we've got 2 snakes who could be going through. Will Bold Big Flank get a win on the board?
I hope so.
Game 5. We've only got we've potentially one more game in it. Let's see what happens. Okay, nice tame kickoff. Oh, Avoiding Death, Snake Drop. Avoiding Death not timing out, which is good. They were just giving the other snakes false hope. Now they're gonna come back for vengeance. We've lost Snake Drop to a. I think that was Copy that did that. We'll go back and have a look. Copy has a huge size advantage over Avoiding Death, but Avoiding Death can keep out.
Is it an advantage? Will they use it?
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Just no reason for this. So
that's hard.
I guess
They would have to look far ahead, though. I guess
they would have had to look really. Also, so I actually. They wouldn't have been able to. Yeah, but they could. Because of the alignment to it, even if they had gone up, they would have been too late to get head to head. They would have just met body. So like Avoiding Death completely walls this, and then Bold Big Flank's body is completely walling the right. So yeah, they had nowhere to go. Well, that's it. Avoiding Death is going through, and that is our semi-finals. Commiserations, Bold Big Flank and Ebb Drop. Great games. Both of you in chat, thank you so much for playing. We are now through to the finals, the final 4 snakes. Let's have a little hop over to the leaderboard, to the brackets, and have a little look and refresh ourselves of where we are. So,
look at this. Here's our finalists.
We have Avoiding Death, Hovering Hobbs of Team DigitalOcean, Master Chief, and Space Eater. Let's see what chat's got to say. We've got GG's from Bold Big Flank and Ebb Drop. See, lovely, supportive competitors, even when eliminated. The highest grades of sports people's conduct here in Battlesnake.
Very nice.
I've messed up my zoom level. There we go.
Enhance.
Dehance that one.
Dehance. And all of our finalists, they're already winners. Everybody who is a finalist gets a medal and gets a little, you're gonna get a pick of the $1,000 pool that we have.
Indeed, everyone gets a prize at this level. Great little fact drop from Jonathan Arms. Isn't Avoiding Death the reigning platinum champ? I don't believe so. They won. They won platinum in Spring League. So right. Avoiding Death was first place platinum in Spring League. So someone else took summer. And we've got Hovering Hobbs, who was a summer 2021 finalist. But Avoiding Death's record is scary. They've finished top 10 in a whole bunch of battlegrounds, and they have won that Spring League platinum.
Yeah, they're not messing up.
Okay. No need to apologise, Jonathan. Thank you for the. You were close enough. It's one season out. We're not gonna lambaste you for it.
Yeah.
Okay. finals game 1. So just a reminder on the rules here. To win, we need 1 snake to take 3 games. That could be a sweep. We could have 1 snake just go all the way through. After what we've seen, I don't think that's going to happen. So the first snake to 3 total wins the Battlesnake Fall League Platinum tournament. Here we go. They are off. We've got the spinning behavior again, even from Master Chief, who was not in the spinning bracket.
What?
And obviously avoiding death as well. Space Eater, once again, running low on food, really reluctant to eat compared to the others.
Everybody's staying pretty small in this group.
Yeah. Oh, Hovering Hobbs gets squeezed out by Master Chief. That. I'm not going to give Master Chief credit for that. That was of Hobbs's making there. But Master Chief did just take out avoiding death. Master Chief with a body count, and now Space Eater and Master Chief. Master Chief does have the size lead. 210 in chat say Master Chief is so aggressive. I love it. We do like it when snakes are making big plays for the cutoffs. But that time, Space Eater beat them to it. Space Eater is fending them off. They're blocking out all these exits and preventing Master Chief from cutting into their space. I feel like Aileen, you were saying yesterday that we haven't. I feel like we've seen like the meta for this map yet. I think today we've seen it. It's making just those loops through the ramps and just blocking off the ramps.
Picking 2 quadrants and kind of just spinning around them.
Yeah, it's really happening.
And then just waiting for a time to like jut in to one of their quadrants.
Oh, like that!
Like exactly like this. This is the meta. There you go.
We've got it. We've cracked the meta. Master Chief has cracked the meta with 1 win in the finals. 2 more wins to go for Master Chief to take the prize.
Oh, chat? Give me your predictions. We can't do a prediction, but let me know. Who do you think is going to take it?
Who's supporting who?
Master Chief. We gotta vote for Master Chief, maybe, or just wooing for Master Chief generally, which is not.
Which like to woo.
Woo's
a vote.
Counts as a vote. We're counting that as a vote.
Master Chief is just so good from General Error.
Yeah.
I was trying to give my snake aggression, but it never worked. I feel you, Free Phil.
It's tough,
all my snakes definitely demonstrate emergent behavior where they definitely don't do anything that I thought they were going to do.
Ghost in the Shell.
All of the Battlesnake, all of the competitors who are in chat are leaning towards Master Chief, which is like certainly an indication. Stephen Nick is torn between Hobbs and Master Chief.
Interesting.
Jalefet apologizing to Hobbs. I'm always in Coriar's corner, but the jorts freak me out too much.
Yeah, well there you go.
Okay, game 2.
That'll save them from the caster curse.
They're immune. It's actually like the jorts of curse immunity.
Yeah, +1 to curse immunity.
General Error has realized a bug in the code. You cannot push. Do not live deploy in the middle of a tournament. These games have happened. It's fine.
It's too late.
It's too late. Okay, here we go. Kicking off. Game 2. Will it be game 2 to Master Chief, or are we going?
A whole nother snake. I'm voting a whole nother snake.
Whole other snake.
That's what we've been seeing. We've been seeing a pretty decent spread.
We have. That is true.
Anything can happen. This is a sneaky little map.
But much more in the first group than the second. And this group is half. Oh, we've already lost avoiding death to a head-to-head with Hobbs.
A head-to-head. Oh,
head-to-head.
We haven't had very many of those.
And the ones we had have been mostly Hobbs, to be fair.
That's right.
That beak is pointy.
The pointy little beak.
Oh, and Space Eater forced out between Master Chief and Hobbs.
And now we're back to this.
Yeah, I think that was mostly Hobbs looking at their position. And now these two are neck and neck in size. We've got the mustard and pickle colors going on again.
Neck and neck, considering the Puffin neck and the Master Chief neck.
Oh my god, just imagining a game of Halo with Master Chief just like an enormous neck.
And a motorcycle for a foot? Yeah. A unicycle.
Such a warthog for a foot.
Sorry.
That Master Chief almost cornered off by Hobbs.
Ooh, how do you get the pretty colors that Hobbs has? Hobbs designed this skin so they get the only version of the pretty colors. So if you...
the ones that people get flat colored? Interesting.
Yeah, exactly. So if you design your own skin, you get a special version of it.
Okay, we're coming very close now, I think. I think we're going to be seeing a We're nearing turn 500, which seems to be the ceiling for this game mode. Oh, Master Chief really diving in. Multiple attempts now, and Hobbs is keeping those alleys blocked, and they just didn't tile correctly. Yeah, they got walled off on the left by Master Chief.
How did they end up so far away from their tail here?
Well, so what happened? Master Chief jutted in, but on the opposite end to what we're used to seeing.
Yeah, okay.
So they cut off the tail rather than cutting off the head.
There you go. Just separate them from their loop.
Folks, we are at risk of a Master Chief sweep here.
It never happens. I can't stress how little a sweep happens. Maybe never. I'm gonna have to go check the book of Battlesnake lore, but
I don't think it's happened in a season tournament. We've definitely seen it in a tournament with our partners before, but I can't remember the last time I saw it in a season tournament.
Yeah. It's extremely rare, if ever. Yeah. We can settle on that.
Well, we might be seeing a rare event here on Signal TV. Okay. Here we go, game 3. All eyes on Master Chief. This could be it. This could be it for the Platinum Tournament. Could be coming to an early conclusion. And we've lost Avoiding Death, forced into a hazard between two opponents. They have. They've been trying hard. I love how many the depth of technical questions in the chat is incredible. Now we're getting into like how many depths do people get in their tree searches.
Wow, I would love to know. What a good question.
That is what it all comes down to at this level play. Like the snakes who manage to check just a few more turns ahead than other snakes.
Yeah.
Make the most of that latency. And Hobbs has previously been, I think yesterday, Hobbs was running on like single digit latency most of the time. I don't know, was that Hobbs? Because now they're up in the 400s. Oh, they've been knocked out by Master Chief.
Wow.
This might be it. We might be here
Space
at
Heater, keep
the
it
end.
From being a sweep. Go, little Space Heater, go.
Oh, Corey are being a great competitor, saying they're not going to check their logs right now so they don't accidentally see the ending.
Good. That's very kind of you. Come on, Space Heater. Space Heater!
We believe in Space Heater.
They've stayed quite small, which I feel like gives them more opportunities to run away from and avoid the jut in. Yeah.
General Error is saying Space Heater gets about 10 or 11 turns deep on this map in a 1v1. So that's a lot of turns ahead. In this situation we're in right now, Space Heater is able to look 10 to 11 turns ahead to pick the best move.
That's super important when you have all these little pockets you can get stuck in.
And you can see the difference that having less snakes make, where in the beginning of the game with all 4 snakes, they're only getting 6 to 7 deep.
Look at this, Master Chief is being forced to eat because there's no space, and hovering and Space Heater doing such a good job of staying out of the way and keeping their zone.
If Space Heater doesn't die before the Master Chief needs to eat, they're done because they can't tile.
They have no space anymore.
They can't break that pattern. They are done.
Hooped.
Space Heater's done it.
They're gonna starve.
Space Heater's done it. Oh. No sweep for Master Chief.
Oh, look at that! Just kept them at bay the entire time. Look at this. Yeah. There's no space left. We didn't get a Twilio. Did we get a Twilio?
We didn't get a Twilio anyway. There's no room.
So
there's only. Oh, we might have done. Hang on, there is room down here. It's not quite a Twilio. It's a bit of a P. It's a bit of a P.
Yeah. Good point. It's a bit of a P.
Bit of a P. Well, Space Heater has prevented the sweep. The hero we needed. Not to cast Master Chief as a villain, but you know, we want the games to go back and forth a bit. We want the drama and the intensity.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm happy already, even if I lose. Look at you. You did it. Well, it shows you got a solid chance.
Yeah. My case is a cautionary tale of dieting. These snakes got to be careful. You gotta watch when you snack. It's strategic snacking. It's very important.
Strategic snacking, very important. Yeah.
Okay.
Snacking.
Can't tell you how much not knowing where the rest of that pen is bothering me.
Greg Lever, MC was stuck in a jet loop, no way out. Absolutely, they were trapped.
It's kind of painful to watch.
Yeah,
Fifth now asks a great question: is there snake learning AI, machine learning going on? So in general, we do see some snakes use machine learning. We do see some snakes use like deep learning and similar tactics. I think this is still true. It's something we've said for a long time. Typically, you don't tend to see the machine learning snakes do as well as you would expect, mainly, I think, for lack of like big training data sets. So like all at this level of competition, it's mostly tree search snakes optimizing how many layers of tree search they get, and that is kind of the, you know, checking game states and having good heuristics those game states, and then squeezing in more checks is the way to victory. We haven't really seen a machine learning snake rock the board yet. But the longer Battlesnake goes on, the more data there is out there. Eventually, someone's training set is going to get beefy enough and someone's going to hit it and something will happen, but we haven't got there yet.
We've also seen a couple of like combo snakes that'll do like a little bit of, and those ones have been, in the past, have been pretty successful.
Yeah, Brad 210 saying in chat that the really good AI snakes are hybrid heuristic and AI agent.
Exactly.
Cool. Alrighty, here we go. Again, could be Master Chief that takes it, but that streak, that sweep risk has been broken. I think the spell has been dispelled. I call for Deep Mind's Alpha Battlesnake. We did have we've had some AI teams from like the big AI companies enter snakes in competitions. There's templates in the Starter Snakes repo for like Amazon SageMaker and a bunch of other like machine learning cloud products. You can go check out. These all Space Heater the smallest, but otherwise like the snakes are all getting big at a kind of even pace. We've got Space Heater does get forced out. The hero from the previous round it could not keep up with the other snakes who are getting. There's a lot of snake on the board at this size, and then we've lost a head-to-head. Avoiding death taken by Master Chief in a head-to-head. Master Chief is angry about their sweep chance being spoiled.
They won't have it.
They won't have it, and now it's up to Hobbs to prevent the game ending. Chat's talking about genetic algorithms, and this is looking like a game that's going to be prime Master Chief cut in territory.
Yeah,
oh no, Hobbs did it.
What? I couldn't even get the words out. And
the best bit is,
look at this.
That happened because Master Chief is taking a jut, is trying to jut in here at the bottom, trying to get between head and tail. It can't make it, turns. Hobbs then goes for it instead.
Oh,
so good. So
Hobbs,
good.
It was a tough spot to jut in because Hobbs had an out. They were just a perfect spot to just sneak away and then go ruin Master Chief's day.
Hobbs is celebrating in chat. Okay, game 5 is coming over. We're going the distance.
Look at this. We're getting a spread.
This is what happens. Whenever there's going to be a sweep, suddenly everyone is like, nope, I want to get my win in.
No.
Yep. Okay.
No sweeps.
Oh, sorry, Freefo, I saw your message too late. Can we see when Hobbs sorted win, like when the latency dropped? Yes, this is a fun thing to watch out for. So the snakes are, as we said, a lot of these snakes are looking at game states ahead and using their computation time to look at further game states. You can sometimes see when a snake has worked out it's going to win in advance because their latency will drop. Because they've locked in the winning path and they don't need to do that computation anymore. And so if you see a snake's latency suddenly scarily drop, it usually means they found the win. That's a good thing to watch out for in the latency. Okay, here we go.
Good call
out. We've got first time chatter saying go Hobbs. People coming into the chat for the first time to celebrate their favorite snakes.
Let me know who you want to win. We still have time, apparently.
Still have time.
Going.
We'll be avoiding death, taken out by Hobbs. There was a little tango up there. They were running around in circles around each other, and Hobbs got the advantage. Master Chief cutting off Space Heater. Wait, Space Heaters changed their colors.
Yeah, wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute.
Mid-game deploys?
Did you deploy mid-game? What?
So confused.
Amazing. I need to know.
Or like,
I'm
Space
stressed.
Heater was doing dev slightly before the game.
It could happen, I guess.
Huh.
I like the new
Space
color.
Heater squeezed out by Master Chief. Yeah, they blend in.
Yeah, it's nice fall tones now. It matches the whole season.
Oh, Cool Snake changes color every time. Oh, sorry, that's Free Flow different Snake.
Oh.
Oh no, hang on. Space Heater changes color on every refresh. There we go. Okay, so whenever the Battlesnake queries the info endpoint of Space Heater, it changes color.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. Okay, this is a different pattern to what we're used to seeing. Master Chief is everywhere. They've done it. That's it. Let's rewind, see what happens. Okay, so this is a mess right here. Master Chief is in all 4 segments.
Tough to track what was going on here.
Hovering Hobbs nearly got head-to-headed. Look at that. And they turn away. And luckily, Master
Oh
Chief's
my
tail
goodness.
moves. They still have room to play. They get out. They cut diagonally through segments to get in front of Hobbs. So Hobbs' body is up
What?
there. Hobbs needs to keep tail chasing at this length to survive. And Master Chief cuts across the segments and blocks that possibility, gets them stuck on their tail, blocks them with their tail, and blocks the tail with their head. What a game state to end on. That is
Truly,
wild.
truly impressive. Way to go, everybody. Congrats,
Well
Master
done,
Chief. What a
Master
good set of games to finish up.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that is it. That is the tournament. Well done, Master Chief. Well done to Space Heater and Hovering Hobbs for getting games on the board. Let's go over to the brackets and reflect on
Let's go
on
down.
that win victory. Memory lane on the whole thing. Yep, Master Chief with 3 wins, Hovering Hobbs with 1, Space Heat with 1, Avoiding Death didn't manage to get a win on the board for that really difficult finals, but did put in a fantastic showing. Again, any snakes that's made it onto this board have been through months of trials and tribulation and build up the points necessary to get here against hundreds of other snakes. And they've got to these finals, they've put in their best, they've all done the shows. I hope you agree with me, folks, that the games have been incredible. All the way through to Master Chief winning. So congratulations, Master Chief. That is it for the Platinum Tournament. We will be back next week for the Elite Tournament on November 12th, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So all that leaves me to say is a huge thank you to our host, Twilio and Signal TV, for providing the venue for this Battlesnake Platinum Tournament. Thank you, Brent, who's in chat, for putting this together and making it technically possible. Well done, Master Chief. Thank you all for viewing. Thank you to the Battlesnake community for turning up and filling chat with some of just like amazing stuff. I've learned a lot about your snakes from your chat today. And thank you for the folks who are new to Battlesnake, who have been who have given it a go, who have experienced it, and who have been asking great questions along with us. We will see you at the Elite Tournament on twitch.tv/Battlesnake official on the 12th of November. Bye-bye.
Bye.